Transmission parameters appear to be stable. All readings within norms. Looks like today we're on 11 JumpNet nodes, so connection should be more stable than usual. Encryption is active. Looks like we are clear to proceed. Greetings to everyone. To any wingmates watching, or to any new members of the convoy, welcome. I am Spacer Haywire, also known as Independent Starship Operator Haywire, of the courier torch ship, the Wishful Thinking. Today I'll be streaming some Freespace 1, one of my favorite simulations. We'll be continuing our campaign. Hello, Pig D6. Ah yes, time is somewhat irrelevant, although in the local time, it is morning. In my simulation, which I reside within, it is currently evening. How are you today? So when we left off our campaign, we have been fighting back the Shivans on several different fronts, alongside the Vasudans, who were our former alien enemy. But now we have encountered a much greater mutual threat in the Shivans. Last we left off, we were essentially disrupting Shivan supply lines, running Black Ops for the GTA, and also attempting to capture the Kane-class cruiser Tyrannus, which went successfully, but unfortunately the cruiser was destroyed by the Shivans. So we are not in a good place. So, without further ado, let's continue the fight. Ah, goodness. Seems like we had a bit of a jump there. Alright, let's get to it. So, anyone coming back to this might see that the main hall of the menu is a little bit different. It's higher resolution than usual. And I finally managed to get the high resolution main hall working. I believe this is the Galatea, or it might be the Bastion, but it certainly is not a Vasudan craft. Alright, so let's continue the campaign. Let's go to the ready room.
We're under general quarters because a fighter patrol detected advanced ships from the Lucifer fleet approaching Vasuda Prime. Somehow the Shivan forces have circumvented our blockade at Antares and now control the Deneb system. We're en route to Deneb as we speak. ETA is 35 minutes, so when you leave here, report to your wing station for immediate mission briefings. The Lucifer itself is behind the Vanguard force, so we can expect it to make an appearance at any time. The Vasudan Terran Ulysses project has been completed, and the Galatea has received a complement of these fighters. It is the most maneuverable craft ever developed by the PVN or the GTA, and it should be extremely useful in this next series of sorties. It can also be equipped with a Prometheus cannon, the most powerful cannon weapon we've ever developed. Use them both well.
Ah, so new equipment. This is excellent.
Intelligence has concocted a daring plan to enable us to learn more about the Shivans. We're going to attempt to capture a Shivan fighter. Suit up and report to your wing stations for briefings immediately.
Alright, looks like we're going to be doing a very tricky operation. Now, for anyone not sure, or just stopping in, the Lucifer is a Shivan super destroyer, which has a shield that is impenetrable to all Terran and Vasudan weaponry. So here's our mission briefing.
The Shivans have established quite a base of operations in the Deneb system. They have multiple supply depots scattered across the system, as well as several repair centers for their damaged fighters. Each of the repair stations consists of a Kane-class cruiser and extra supplies. The Shakti is one such cruiser in the area. All fighters in the area around the Shakti are damaged and in need of repair. This makes them easy targets. One of our objectives in this mission is to put this repair station out of commission. This will greatly reduce Shivan capability in the Deneb system. One of the fighters being repaired by the Shakti is a Dragon-class fighter, designated Arjuna-1. The Dragon is the Shivan's most maneuverable craft and the most dangerous. Intelligence has requested that we capture the dragon for research purposes. Since the Arjuna-1 dragon is very low on power, it is in a weakened state and is the best candidate for this operation. You must disable Arjuna-1 by destroying its engine subsystem. Once Arjuna-1 has been disabled, the Charon will dock with it and jump back to the Galatae. We must capture Arjuna-1. We cannot allow it to be destroyed. To this end, we've equipped your craft with an advanced disruptor cannon. Use it to take out its engines. Since this station is so poorly defended, we are sending only Alpha and Beta to attack. Alpha will cover Beta until the Shakti has been destroyed. Then Alpha will attempt to disable Arjuna-1. If Alpha fails to disable Arjuna-1, Delta Wing will be available. As Delta is currently guarding the Bastion, we will only send them in if it is imperative. However, we believe you can do it without their help. Because we are custom outfitting your ship, you will not be able to customize your loadout. You have your orders. Dismissed.
Alright, so our objectives are to destroy the Kane-class cruiser Shakti, and to disable and capture the Arjuna-1 fighter, which is a Shivan fighter of the Dragon type, which is one of the most dangerous craft you can encounter, and luckily you don't encounter many of them. Let's see, we cannot do any ship or weapon selection, but we will be flying the Ulysses, which is a new craft to us. Previously we acquired the Hercules, which is one of the toughest craft in the entire game, at least for a fighter. It's a heavy attack fighter. So the Ulysses is far more frail, but it has incredible maneuverability. I believe our loadout will consist of a Prometheus cannon and a disabler weapon of some kind. So, let's commit to the scenario.
Beta wing starting attack.
Alright. So, I'm gonna pause for a second, simply because there is a strategy to this mission. So, one of the things is that disabling a fighter craft is not the easiest thing. Fighters tend to bounce around like crazy, and they are difficult to target. So, we will actually direct the AI allies that we have to disable Arjuna-1 first thing first, while we focus on the remaining fighter craft of the Shivans. Simply because the AI allies are much more capable of moderating their fire. And a smart commander uses his allies, especially if they have better skills than they do. However, we are much more daring, so in that sense we have an advantage over our AI allies. Alright, let's resume. Let's select Arjuna. Let's see here. Not going to speed up very much. Alright, Arjuna is selected. All fighters. 2, disable my target. Alright, we've assigned them a task, and we're going to target the other fighters that are going to attack. So this is the new Prometheus cannon, which we have not had access to until recently. Oh. There we go. The simulation's having a little stutter right now. There we go. Those manticores are nothing. Right, there's Arjuna again. Let's blow up this Shaitan bomber. Slow, but heavily armored. There we go. The beeping sound you hear is the lock-on of our interceptor missiles. The one issue with the Ulysses is it has very poor ammunition capacity for its missile secondaries. Alright, we have some sentry guns quite a ways away, so once Arjuna's shields go down, looks like our wingmates are not exactly doing this right. Let's help them out. So Arjuna, because its power is low, cannot recover its shields. So once we no longer see that its shields are pulsing, we should be only using the Disruptor advanced weapon. That is the only thing that will disable it without destroying it. And generally we will simply have to aim up its tailpipe in order to knock out the... Oh! So the shields are down. We need to switch only to the Disruptor. Just a slow-firing, horrible weapon. Normally the Disruptor cannot penetrate shields. And as you can see, the Dragon is incredibly maneuverable. It is fast, it is maneuverable, and it has 5 total gun mounts on it. Although they are set in an off-kilter way, the AI does not care. The gun mounts on the Ulysses are actually decent. Alright, here we go. Let's target the... There we go. Right, now we're moving on to our next objectives. We need to destroy this freighter here. All fighters, destroy my target. Right, let's switch back to only the Prometheus. There's no point... Actually, we can disable the engines on this freighter using our Disruptor and our Prometheus. Let's see, the engine subsystem is in this crevice on the freighter. Let's just simply stop and hammer away at it. There, it's disabled. And it's about to blow anyways. There it goes. Excellent, excellent. Let's take a look at our hostiles. We have the sentries, which are essentially irrelevant.
Arjuna 1 has been captured.
Perfect. That objective is accomplished. Let's spin around here. Alright, I will command all my fighters to disarm
Roger, sir.
this cruiser. Oh, never mind. We had bombers. Ooh, there's the blast.
Objectives accomplished. Return.
Equalizing shields. So the Medusa bombers are now leaving, and we're here to clear up the remaining targets, which is these sentry guns. Excellent. Well, the operation was a success, a much faster success. Let's actually scan some of these cargo crates. They are a bonus objective, if I understand correctly. So these are shield generators that the Shivans were transporting, or were using for repairs for the various fighters they had. I'm gonna back away in case the blast consumes my hull any further than it already has. Oh, right, let's find the remaining targets. For whatever reason, they are not technically labeled hostiles, but really they should be. This one's quite a bit away. So let's put all our power to engines. One of the techniques in this game is you have 3 subsystems: guns, shields, and engines, which can be given different amounts of power. If you have 0 power allocated to them, they simply won't recharge, and with maximum power allocated, they will recharge and last as long as possible. Let's take a look at this cargo. Oh, this is just debris from the Kane-class cruiser. Alright, we are done here. Let's jump out. This mission should be a success. Perfect.
Great work, Alpha 1. We've destroyed a Shivan repair depot and managed to get a hold of an intact Shivan fighter. Our technicians are currently working on reverse engineering it. For your excellent piloting abilities, the GTA has decided to award you the Distinguished Flying Cross. Congratulations.
So this is this may be the first capture of Shivan military technology besides their freighters. There was a cutscene earlier where a Shivan freighter was captured and boarded, and we got our first glimpse of the actual Shivan aliens themselves, who are 3-legged, 2-armed, I suppose, cybernetic monsters, although it is uncertain what if they are cybernetic, biological, or something else. And we have no recommendations, and once again we have earned another medal. So let's continue onwards. Next scenario.
We have now entered the Deneb system. After your investigation of the Lucifer at Antares, Terran Command has deduced that the Shivans will be attempting a multiple-pronged attack on Basuda Prime, coming from Deneb and Antares. The Intrepid and the Minnow will be in charge of protecting the Antares Basuda Prime node, while the Galatei and the Bastion will be guarding Deneb. We expect the main force of the Shivan attack will come through Antares, led by the Lucifer. A smaller secondary force led by the Demon-class destroyer Eva will come through Deneb. The Shivans already control the Vega Deneb jump node, so our defense will have to be at the Deneb Basuda Prime jump node. Finding and destroying the Eva destroyer is our top priority. Shivan Dragon-class fighter in Beta Aquile. Our technicians have retrofitted this alien fighter with Terran instrumentation and gotten it into working condition. However, there are a few flaws with our redesign. We could not get the Shivan weaponry to operate, so this fighter has been equipped with Terran weaponry. We also could not properly operate the lateral thrusters or afterburners, so the ship's maneuverability is limited. We also have had some difficulty with the Shivan engine systems. In test runs, the Dragon broke down for short periods of time. We are looking into this problem as we speak. The capture of this Shivan fighter will bring great strides in fighter technology to the Alliance.
Hello, Mundo. Yes, I think that is what they're saying in put into terser language. Overall, the Dragon is a fantastic craft, but it will be severely gimped so as to not make us far too powerful. Alright, let's continue onward and see what kind of cacamamie scheme Command has for us.
In this mission, we will be using the captured Shivan Dragon-class fighter on a scouting mission in the Deneb system.
Oh boy, scouting.
The Shivan seem to be bringing in a large number of vessels into the Deneb system through the Vega jump node. We believe this is in preparation for a preliminary assault on Vasuta Prime. Because the Shivans have tight control over the Vega Deneb jump node, we cannot send in a Terran scout. By flying the Shivan Dragon, we believe you will be able to slip in undetected. There are 4 Shivan fighters in the area, maintaining tight patrol. If you come into close range with these fighters, they will certainly scan your ship, detect your presence, and open fire. Avoid contact with any of the Arjuna fighters. Arjuna seems to be maintaining consistent patterns in their patrol. On arrival, observe their flight pattern and plan your course to avoid contact. In the event that you are engaged by Arjuna Wing, return to the Galatei immediately. Your primary objective is to conduct a close scan of all ships that pass through the Vega Deneb jump node. This includes warships, freighters, and transports. Try to determine the contents of any cargo containers in the area as well. We have reason to believe that a Shivan Demon-class destroyer, the Eva, will be passing through this area. If it does, it is imperative that you scan it. Remember that your fighter is only partially functional, and its flight systems will behave unpredictably. Be careful. Command out.
Playing Judas, a very appropriate title for this mission. So it's very clear that we are being sent out on a suicide errand by some desk jockey who thinks, if this does actually go through, they're going to get a serious promotion. This has happened far too often in my time before I was a courier. Okay, so essentially we'll be swinging around the battlefield, or I suppose around the jump node, and scanning everything that we can find. But primarily we need to scan the destroyers and the cruisers. So let's get to it, and let's avoid those Arjuna fighters. So we are equipped with our primary bank of Avengers and a secondary bank of Prometheuses. And we only have 5 interceptor missiles, so this is a bit of a junker. So there's Arjuna, there's sentry guns. We want to stay away from the Dragon fighters. We are less well equipped than they are. So right now there's nothing on the battlefield. There should be cargo, however, that we can already think about scanning. So that is the nearest piece over there. Let's not do any afterburning yet. I'm gonna head in this general direction now that I have visual contact with the cargo container. Let's see, let's keep swinging through our hostile contacts just to see what the distance of the Arjuna fighters is. Oh, we have warp jump signatures.
Transport has arrived.
Let's scan those first. The cargo won't go anywhere. Alright, let's try not to get spotted here. I'm gonna put everything to engines for now because we have not been spotted, so we can afford to use the terrible afterburners on this thing. Oh no, I do not want a missile lock. I just want to scan. Alright, we're getting close. We need to be 150 to begin scanning. Alright, let's slow down. Let's match speed. Scan complete. Alright. Alright, we have the next scan. Let's boost forward and scan this freighter. Matching speed. Speed matched. Alright. Let's inspect the cargo containers. Oh, that dragon is awfully close. And then we have a dragon only 2 kilometers away, so let's stop and see where it's going. It appears to be going in our general direction. So let's pull a little bit of ways here and scan these cargo containers. Oh, I don't like this at all. I really wonder who volunteered me for this job. Oh, we have another set of jump signatures.
2 new freighters.
Perfect. Let's scan this container. Oh! Almost crashed into that. Something else jumped in. Right. Let's scan these freighters.
You are getting too close to the sentries.
Oh. Yeah, we don't want to be spotted by anything. Scan is taking quite its sweet time. Oh, I see. They are taking away the cargo with them. Right, we have scanned it before they managed to grab it. So this next freighter should also be picking up cargo. There was a second freighter. Let's scan it and whatever it's picking up. Oh, this freighter is damaged already. Interesting. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright. That container has already been scanned. Let's look for more hostiles. So let's see, that dragon is far away. That dragon is an acceptable distance away.
More freighters just jumped in.
Excellent. Alright, let's not get too close. The sentry guns are nearby. Once they're on top of us, we'll simply latch on like a remora using our speed match. The Asmodeus class freighter is a gigantic target. Alright, we need to maintain our crosshairs on the silhouette. It might be picking up this container that it's underneath right now. Alright, that is scanned. That cargo has not been scanned yet. Excellent, all the cargo has been scanned. Let's find the next Asmodeus class freighter. So far, this is not going too bad until the Arjuna gets closer than we expected. Scan is halfway complete. Almost there. And we are finishing our scan of Ratari.
Class cruisers have jumped in.
Perfect. Alright, here are the Kane class cruisers. Not Liliths, because Liliths are much more heavily armored and armed than Kane class cruisers. So let's get close, but not too close. Match our speed, and begin our scan. This one is taking its sweet time. Oh, that is too close for comfort. Oh. Just a little bump. No big deal. Ah. Alright, let's cut our thrusters. Alright, there we go. There we go. Why is this scan not proceeding? Let's break off the scan. Okay, we have to be closer to the very center of this particular cruiser. There we go. Come on, come on. A little bit buggy, but that's what you expect from an experimental fighter. Or experimental rig. Alright. Let's get the second Kane-class cruiser before it jumps away. A scan is proceeding. Let's maintain a healthy distance. Hopefully the dragons don't come in to investigate. Stay behind.
Demon-class destroyer jumped in. It's the Eva.
Ah, yes, the Eva. Alright, let's... Oh, that is a big ship.
Drives have malfunctioned, Alpha 1. They should repair themselves.
What? Command? You should have maybe told me that my escape engines were not working properly. Okay. So...
Arjuna 1 is approaching.
Uh-oh. Ah, come on! Where's Arjuna 1? Alright. Let's get as far away as we can from Arjuna 1. Alright, we are keeping a positive distance on Arjuna 1. So let's just keep boosting away. We have accomplished all of our objectives. We will have to escape via the jump node, I am assuming. Oh, there goes the Eva. That won't be good. Okay, Arjuna is still approaching. I'm gonna try to get closer to the jump node. Okay, the Arjuna is going straight for us.
Oh my god, it's the Lucifer.
The Lucifer! Alright, let's scan this. Intel will be pleased if we get a scan of the Super Destroyer. This is the big bad. Everything else does not matter now. Arjuna 1 does not matter. Let's get a scan. How close do we have to be to scan it? Is it even possible to scan the Lucifer? Where's its scan point? There we go. The Lucifer has stopped, apparently. We are at dead still right now. Hi, paper bag. Well, right now it is a little bit like Snap. We are gathering intelligence for the GTA about Shivan vessels. We are using a captured Shivan fighter. Yes, we have the Lucifer.
See if you can get into the Lucifer's docking bay.
What? What? Oh, hello, Headless. Thank you for the clip. I do not know where the Lucifer's docking bay is, but, that does not look like it.
Drama is onto you. Get out of there.
Oh no.
Arjuna 2 is dangerously close.
Of course they're on to me. They're Shivans, they know what's going on. Alright, where is the docking bay on the Lucifer? If anyone's aware of the docking bay of the Lucifer, let me know. Oh boy, here we go, we got missile lock. Oh, and the Lucifer is charging up its shields and gun batteries. Alright. Let's jump out of here.
Your warp drives are working again. Get out of there.
Subspace drive engaged. Let's get out of here. Oh!
Pilot, you bring us terrible news. If
Well, I wish I could have gotten to that bay.
Are here in Deneb, it will be extremely difficult to stop the Shivan attack. Still, you did an excellent job scanning the Shivan warships. Well done. The fact that you were also able to scan the Shivan supply ships is truly outstanding. Your courage and piloting skills are to be commended. However, the news is bad. The Shivans have enough supplies in those ships to sustain a lengthy assault on Vasuta Prime. We believe their attack force will consist of at least 8 full squadrons of fighters, both Genma cruisers, the Eva, and the Lucifer. Things do not look good. The cargo you identified contains parts for Shivan fighters. This leads us to believe that the Shivans will set up a base in the Deneb sector near Vasuta Prime. This information will be invaluable in planning our counterstrike. For your diligence and reconnaissance missions, we're awarding you the meritorious unit.
Alright, and they have no further recommendations for us. We just keep getting medals. Look at this. We are well decorated. Okay, so, I had no idea where the docking bay on the Lucifer was, simply because I have not had a chance to really examine the Lucifer until that moment. Let's see what our statistics were. We did not fire our guns at all, so everything's on zeros here. Okay. Let's continue onward. Ah, cutscene.
And we retreated to our home system, abandoned our empire. We believed at home we would be safe, for they are not a terrestrial species. We know when we entered subspace we were trespassers, but our planet is our home. And yet still they came, and our world is gone.
And we know when we entered subspace, we were trespassers. That's very ominous.
And is poised to attack the Deneb Basuda Prime jump node. She is protected by Arjuna and Krishna wings. Alpha Wing will lead an attack squadron to destroy the Eva. Alpha will fly bombers, Gamma and Beta will cover them. We suggest you damage the weapon subsystem on the Eva before you launch your tsunami bombs. This will prevent the Eva from shooting them down. You may need to call in a support ship to rearm yourself. It is estimated that at least 20 tsunami bombs will be needed to take the Eva down.
Oh.
Destroying the Eva is imperative. With the Lucifer in the system as well, we cannot tolerate the presence of another Shivan capital ship. Good luck.
Do you blink when you look into the sun? Well, when you rotate your camera over a sun in this game, you do sort of get blinded. I'm assuming your pilot does blink. And as for me personally, I try not to look into various suns unless I have a protective helmet of some sort, with a visor correctly specified to the sun in question. Alright, so let's take a look at the bombers we'll be flying. So command as always says wing, but really we only have half of beta wing and half of gamma wing protecting us. This is a bit of a problem. Really we only have one wing of allies. So let's see what other ships we have to fly here. We have Hercules heavy fighters and we have the Ulysses. So AI tend to get beaten up, so I think we will reassign them with Hercs. So let's make Beta all Hercules fighters. And considering the fact that we are flying slow Medusa bombers, it almost doesn't matter if our allies are slower or faster than us. We're all going to be going very slowly. So we'll be using the GTB Medusa, which is the bread and butter heavy bomber of the GTA. As opposed to the Athena, which is a light bomber. This one actually has a defensive turret that you can see right here in the back. I forget which particular gun type it has. I think it may actually have a custom mount. Or it may be, I'll have to look that up. But it has quite a few missile banks for its torpedoes and missile mounts. And it only has a single pair of primary guns, so it does not have a quadruple mount the way something like an Apollo fighter would, or a hexuple mount the way the Hercules heavy fighters do. However, the Hercules fighter mounts are awful because the convergence on the guns is just dismal. If you look the outer two wing mounts here, for I believe this is that might be the primary mount. The secondary mount is right down the center line. So the secondary mount works just fine, but the primary mount is terrible. If you are up close to a fighter, the guns have a very high chance of simply shooting to the sides. So, if you want to fire all 4 guns, that is best done against stationary targets. So this thing is an excellent buster for freighters and other semi-stationary emplacements. Alright. Actually, I don't think it would be too bad to assign a pair of Ulysses. If we fail this mission, we will reassign Hercules fighters back to Gamma again. So let's check out our particular armament. So we are running, for our primary slot, the Prometheus cannon. So this is supposedly the most powerful new weapon of the GTA and Vasudan forces. However, that is what is said, and it is also said that this is a very powerful anti-shield weapon. But let's step out a little bit here and take a look at some tables. Okay, let's pull up our little slideshow here. Okay, I'm gonna have to switch away from this mode. That is not the right table. There we go. Now, I don't know if anyone sees this table correctly, but here we have a listing of all of the primary weapons, or the direct fire weapons that could be mounted on fighters, including some unused ones like the railgun. So the Prometheus is right here. It has the DPS. The DPS columns here indicate that against armor it does around 87, against shield it does 47 or so, and subsystem damage is the same as the Avenger, which was our previous gun. On the other hand, the Avenger does slightly less hull damage, so it only does 80, but it does significantly more shield damage, 54, almost 55, which against Shivan fightercraft is a far better bet, because Shivans have much heavier shields than they do armor. And if you look at it, the Avenger uses less energy, and it has a higher muzzle velocity of 525 per second versus 450 for the Prometheus. And the refire rate for the Avenger is also better. And refire rate, of course, counts for single racks, not for two guns firing together. That significantly reduces when you have both your primaries and your secondary mounts firing at once. And that is not a result of a power draw. They're simply the mechanic. So the Avenger, if you look at the statistics, while it is an older weapon, it is still superior in most regards. Now the Banshee, which we will get eventually, does less hull damage by a significant amount, which is not a problem for Shivan craft, but its shield damage is actually superior. However, it is much more power hungry. And if we look, there's no special abilities to either the Avenger or the Prometheus. So I think I will attempt to mount back the Avenger, especially considering the projectile velocity is faster. Alright, let's put that away. Back to Freespace. So I'm gonna run Avengers. I don't know if anyone has a dissenting opinion, and I would certainly consider it. Alright, so our armament right now consists of anti-subsystem missiles, the Stiletto, which is a heat-seeking missile. However, it does have the weapons tag of bomb, which means that turrets and basically anyone with a weapon can shoot down the Stiletto. So you have to release this thing at the last possible moment, and hopefully after any turret you're attempting to take down has been destroyed. And here we have the Tsunami, whose prototypical development we protected in a previous scenario. This is a slow bastard of a weapon. However, it is very powerful against cruisers. And because it has the, I believe, heavy tag, it is actually able to destroy the last 10% of a capital vessel's hull. Whereas fighters can actually take down cruiser class and frigate class, although frigates are not present in this game, frigate class ships without having to take down the last 10% using this particular tagged weapon system. Capital ships like the Ava, which is a destroyer, will require a heavy weapon to take them down, unless you have capital ships able to participate. This is giving me some Borderlands flashbacks, especially too when you needed 4 different weapons for four different mitigations. Yes, there is something to consider about that. Hello, Mythodox! Hello! Welcome, Raiders! Alright, wingmates, get in your power armor and help defend. Keep the Raiders from accessing the bridge. Happy family of 3. Ah. Mythodox, how is... We have always only had a family of 3. Huh. I'm afraid I'm a bit perplexed as to the reference at the moment. Hi, Niwa. Mr. Dripwire. Oh. Yes. How's the game you were playing? I unfortunately was not able to attend the start of the stream due to preparations for my current deployment. It's okay, just accept that there were only 3. Or 2 now, I guess. It was painful. Okay, I am sorry for the losses you suffered. I too have lost many wingmates in my current defense of the GTA. She made us watch a happy, family-friendly game. Oh, shelter! Oh, with the badgers! Oh no, I am so sorry to hear that you had such heavy losses. Oh goodness. Well, I would have hoped to deliver good news to you that we are going to be playing a happy game right now, but unfortunately we are fighting a desperate struggle against an unknowable, incommunicatable alien invader with only the desire to see us destroyed and our planets glassed. So I think I think we may have a problem here. Defense of the Greater Toronto Area. Well, the Galactic Terran Alliance, unfortunately. Toronto may be part of it since Earth is still extant. But, we shall have to see. Okay, so in our first rack, we actually have a synaptic bomb loaded, which is a cluster dumbfire weapon. I really don't like using this because it takes a serious amount of skill to load it up, and we only have 3 shots in the magazine, which is absolutely dismal. Good. I don't want to see any Torontoans in space. Oh, Roman, we have some spicy opinions about the northern neighbors of the former United States. Ah, yes. The historical United States. Although I believe they both ended up being part of the North Atlantic Alliance eventually. But I suppose that may not have happened to your knowledge. So let's load up a guided weapon instead. We actually have more shots with it. This is the Phoenix 5, which is an anti-bomber missile. It has a very slow lock-on, but it is also a decent anti-capital ship weapon. That is a much better choice. Actually, oh, we have MX-50s also available. The MX-50 is a garbage missile. Unfortunately, it does very poor anti-shield missiles. It's okay, this is infighting. Oh, I see. Do we have any other Canadians in the chat at the moment? It's okay, please feel free to sling insults back and forth amongst yourselves. Let off a little bit of steam. Alright. I think that layout is a lot better than what we had before. I refuse to use the synaptic bomb. Oh, actually, I am so sorry. We have plenty of other munitions available. We also have... So we have the Prometheus, and we have the ML16, which we will never use again. So, let's stop that and just throw down the weapons we want. We'll use stilettos to take out the weapon subsystems of the Ava destroyer, and we will be using the tsunamis to puncture its hull. And then let's make sure all of our squad... Oh! We do not have enough tsunamis. We'll have to equip one of our wingmates with something else. The wingmate might actually be able to use the synaptic bomb to good effect because they are an AI. Oh yes, I wonder. I'm a Winnipegger, man. I am from hell itself. Oh, goodness. Does Winnipeg seriously have that sort of reputation? Winnipegging. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Alright, let's see what Beta's armed with. That is a disruptor. I am never gonna have them use a disruptor. Let's arm Beta with Avengers. They have interceptors and Furies. Do we have any more interceptors available? We have plenty more interceptors. So let's make sure our allied Hurks are properly armed. Prometheus, no. We don't use... In this house, we do not use Prometheuses. And get that MX-50 out of your arsenal. We don't have enough interceptors, so we will arm that one with Furies. Anything but an MX-50. You're just here to judge my maneuvers. Yeah, you may be disappointed. I'm in a bomber right now. We are known for being a gray city that is either negative 40 degrees Celsius or plus 40 degrees Celsius. Ooh, my condolences. That is That is an absurd swing. I've been on worlds with distinct biomes that had such significant deltas, but to have one city have that sort of swing, very unpleasant. Alright, I think we are ready to commit to the engagement. We are armed with the most cheesy optimal weaponry, even though there's very little cheese to running Avengers. So let's commit to the scenario.
All wings ready.
Alright.
Commencing attack.
We'll do nothing, and we're already locked. Here we go, we have a missile inbound, and it's already lost lock. Ah! Okay. Someone is shooting at us, let us boost. We're gonna put less power to guns and more power to shields and engines. Alright, we have the demon targeted, so we will tell Wing Alpha to disarm our target.
Affirmative, sir. Disarming your target.
Because right now, these anti-blob guns on the surface of the Ava Destroyer will be disrupting our ability to actually fire bombs. Alright, let's use the K button. Oh, no, turrets is V. No, it is B? No, N. Uh-oh. Pause button. I forgot the control. That's what happens when you swap through different simulations now and then. Okay, here we go. This unfortunately is one control I need to know. 1 second, please, wingmates. Yes, you feel free to take away my GTA pilot's license. I am still fully qualified to pilot a torch ship in the Far Suns Coalition and other systems where that particular ISO certification is validated. Although, even if I leave that jurisdiction, I will still pilot my ship. No one will care. Okay, Freespace 1, keyboard controls. Lovely. Lovely. This is the level of professionalism that I am bringing. There we go. K is the button I want. Alright, let's get some turrets down. I hope that Gamma and Beta are okay. Christ, spaceflight filters the hell out of me. It always amazes me that not only people can play them, but actually get good at them. Well, I may not be supremely good at it, but after a bit of practice, you do get the swing of it. And it is not quite as jarring when you are actually in the cockpit, as opposed to, alright, let's fire off a stiletto at this laser turret. Why is it not targeting me? I'm just gonna hover here and knock it out. Let's not get a hull damage. Should have probably run disruptors.
Taking damage. Request cover.
Oh, come on. This is a very tough laser turret, but it is not a blob turret. There's a ton of spaceflight sims and arcade shooters in the late 90s and early 2000s. There certainly was. This is definitely one of them, but it... Oh yes, we have... Bounce shields. Luckily the Ursula, or the Medusa, is a very tough bomber. And this turret should be gone now. Alright. Countermeasures away! Countermeasures away! We evaded that missile. Another one? Where the hell are Beta and Gamma? Alright. Here's the next weapon. Missile launchers aren't that much of a threat. Nope, this turret right here is a threat. Damn! Another missile. We are losing hull. There we go. Alright. I think we have to start our bombing runs. Enough turrets have been lost. Ooh, here we go, here we go. You've only ever played Freelancer, but it's a genre that interested you. You're interested to see this. Oh, I'm glad, I'm glad. This is definitely where the campaign starts getting a lot more intense, and that is a blob turret. I definitely do not want to deal with that. It's gonna shoot down the bombs. Let's see, turret is that... Oh, we got the turret. Alright. Is there another laser turret? We may have to redo this if our wingmates can't handle the Shivans. Yes, there's another blob turret. We're gonna have to take this one out manually. Shields forward, shields forward. We're gonna cheese this one. There we go. Alright. Let's get the tsunamis targeted. Let's do dual launch. I'll have to read the comments in a second because I am currently locked.
We have engaged the enemy forces Eva ASAP.
Oh no, now Command is berating me for not knocking out the Ava already. Alright, that tsunami is taking ages. Shields, shields, shields! Please just give me a lock. The tsunami cannot be dumbfired. Ugh. Well, Roman, the game has actually been updated by the fan community. This is Freespace open, technically. Oh, my rear shields are busted. Hull is down to 58. Alright, let's get a lock on the Ava. Where the hell is my cover? Alright, I'm gonna have to handle this myself. Oh, and it was a Manticore, too. I have no patience for this. You will suffer me. You're pathetic, Shivan. I am flying a bomber. Ugh. Come on, guns. There we go, there we go. Stay in my sights. Ugh. Good thing this thing has shields. Oh no. Incoming launch. Let's do a spiral. Boost. Countermeasures evaded. I'll get to the comments. Oh. Oh. There we go. Another Manticore down. Oh no, there's a dragon. I cannot dogfight a dragon in this. Alright, let's get a lock on the Ava. Alright, we're getting a lock. We're getting a lock. We're getting a lock. Oh, that is not a good turret. Alright, dual tsunamis, away! We have 20 seconds till our next salvo can happen. Oh no, more raiders! Hull is down to 23%. This is not good, our shields are very weak. We're gonna boost all power to most of our power to shields. Engines don't matter at this point. We just need to survive. The Ava is down to 33% integrity. And this damn blob turret is massacring me. Come on, let's get a lock. No! Oh, that is a problem. I think we're gonna have to make our wingmates a little tougher. Oh! Let's return to the briefing. Oh, okay. Don't just jink rolling. Don't just jink rolling. Use rudders. Yes.
To our home system.
Okay.
Abandoned.
Let's look at some of these comments.
We believed at home we would be safe.
Yeah, the jink is
They are
not.
a terrestrial
I'm doing a bit of a
creature.
panic jink right now. Especially with the
No one
bomber.
entered subspace
We have.
without
Oh!
trespass.
Oh, thank you for the clip. Alright.
But our
Oh,
plane
okay.
came home,
Think with your wings, not your legs.
and yet still they came.
Alright. Egg, how are you doing? I'm in quite a bit of stress at the moment due to having to destroy a Shivan destroyer, the Ava. And it's quite the engagement at the moment. Oh my. Oh, that is very intense. Oh, we could technically fly the Athena if we wanted, but I don't think the Athena is compatible with the bombs we want. Let's assign Hercs to all of our wingmates. For our durability's sake. Egg, what were you playing tonight? I've been a bit all over the place, so I have not been keeping as many tabs as I would like to. Alright, let's get that loadout back. So we have kept our loadout for Alpha 1. And we still did not have enough tsunamis, so let's give this guy interceptors. Yes. No, Phoenix 5s. There we go. Beta is armed as I would like them to be armed. And Gamma is also armed similarly so. Oh, he was armed with a Phoenix. That's a bomber interceptor missile. We want interceptors instead. But we are low on interceptors. There we go. One has Phoenixes. Let's actually keep the Phoenix for them. They're not too bad with it. And we'll give them Furies as the remaining ammunition. Fury is a dumbfire missile. Okay. Oh, Scribble Knots! I've not seen much of that game. Did you have a good time? Okay. I think we are ready to try that again. Let's double check our loadouts. Okay, I think those are looking good. Excellent, excellent. Alright. let's commit to this. Let's
All wings
pause
ready.
for a second.
Commencing attack.
Okay, so what we will want to do... Yeah, I had a bit of time. I thought... I had a good time, though I was a bit quiet having to think. Ah, yes. That is definitely a problem with games that demand a high amount of mental power. This one, I suppose, demands mental power, but it's sort of reflexive. Try doing boom and zoom. Yes, I think I will have to engage in that. My guns will have to be a secondary thing. So what I will do now is I will order wings Beta and Gamma to cover our wing, and Alpha to disarm the Ava. Alright, let's do this. So, wings Beta, I suppose, cover me. Ah, already getting missiled. Shields back, and then... Alright, let's keep doing our jink while we approach the Ava. So that the Shivan that's targeted us... Oh, it's a dragon, of all things. Alright. Wing, Gamma, cover me.
I'm on it.
Alright, and then Wing, Alpha, disarm my target.
Affirmative, sir. Disarming your target.
Alright, we actually might be able to get a tsunami running right now. Let's slow down. Alright, we have tsunami lock. Fire! Pull away! Ah, we missed the bombs going off. Alright. 10 seconds till our tsunamis are reloaded. Someone's got a missile lock on us. Alright, let's get a tsunami lock. We are locked. Boost, fire, pull away. Oh, we got caught in the blast of the tsunami. Ooh. Alright. Ava is down to 74 integrity. We are down to 1 tsunami in this bay. This is one of the worst things about the loadout on the Medusa, is that your third volley of bombs will always be a single. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. Fire, and away. There it is. There we go. That's a satisfying blast. Alright, we're on to our next bay of tsunamis.
Enemy wing has just arrived.
Another wing, great. Where's our lock-on point? There we go. Here we go, here we go, getting a lock. Alright, boosting, fire, pull away, boost. Ooh! Okay, we lost one of the Beta. Beta's sacrifice will not be in vain. Alright, we have 3 more tsunamis available.
Enemy forces. Destroy the Eva ASAP.
So one of the tricks you want to do is you want to be boosting. Oh no, oh no! We messed that up. Ooh. Countermeasures, countermeasures, countermeasures! Alright, shields are rebalanced. Let's find our lock-on point. Here we go. I did slam myself in. Firing tsunamis. Here they come. We got a blast. Rear shields are failing. There comes a launch, and we countermeasured it. Alright, we are down to 1 tsunami in this bay. Let's call in support.
Support ship being deployed.
Support will rearm us if we can survive long enough. Ah! Alpha, stop disarming. Alright, let's do communications. Wings, Alpha, destroy my target.
Your target.
Alright, here's our next target here. Ah, okay. I think we avoided that one with a countermeasure, but we lost our tsunami lock. Let's keep balancing our shields so we get our tsunami lock. Alright, firing. Alright, we are dead out of tsunamis. We really need support. Alright, let's focus on the nearest hostile. And we need to back away. Oh, this is bad, this is bad. Dock in 99.99, what does that mean?
Support has been destroyed.
Support? Oh no, we have no ammunition. So all of these blob turrets are not very accurate against moving targets that are jinking. At least at a different rate, that are not a non-constant rate. But for anything like a support ship that is approaching you.
Support ship being deployed.
Okay. I'm just gonna wail away at the Ava. Where's our nearest hostile? There's a dragon. That dragon is a monster. We have 30 seconds till we're able to get rearmament. Let's take a look.
Heads up, we have company.
7% on the Ava. Oh, don't worry, Niwa, you're not being a downer. Sometimes you just end up slamming into a target. Right, support is coming. And this is what the Medusa looks like. Oh, we're getting blob fire. Oh no, oh no. Okay, I'm gonna have to tank the blob fire for now. I'm just gonna... Oh, this is not good. I'm just gonna angle my deflectors forward. And we lost another one of our escorts. Come on, give me that reload. Alright, we have enough. Yeah, that's fine. We have 8 tsunamis. Okay. Let's get a lock on the Ava again. Who is blasting me? Alright, I'm gonna have to take care of whoever is targeting me. Are you kidding me? A manticore? A manticore has been causing me all this trouble? Good thing he's against the hull. He has nowhere to run. Oh, and there's a blasted dragon coming after us. Come on, come on, come on. Just because I'm a bomber. There we go.
Impressive, pilot.
Okay. Let's target. Let's get that tsunami lock. Fire and burn away as fast as we can. There goes the Ava.
The Eva has been destroyed. Stand by for further information.
Here we go, here we go.
We need your assistance. Stand by for new orders.
What? New orders? There goes the Ava. Oh. We were way too close to the blast. What are these new orders? I do not want to know. A 22 hull, that is a bad time for new orders.
The Galatea is under fire from Shivan forces and looks sure to be lost. Long-range sensors indicate at least 4 wings of bombers and interceptors. The Lucifer is also somewhere in the area. The Galatea must be protected until we can evacuate the personnel.
This is bad. So the Galatea is our home ship. This is one of the few destroyers that the GTA has. Oh, and for anyone confused, the classifications for vessel size in the Freespace setting are somewhat reversed to what is typical in, I suppose, 20th and 21st century naval parlance. The cruiser is the smallest sort of vessel, whereas the destroyer is the largest. Alright, let's continue. Oh, we already have a missile lock on us. And we are the only... Oh, we have a new beta wing. Alright, so we are going to be dogfighting in a bomber. Against other bombers. While armed with tsunami bombs. Oh, great. At least bomber on bomber, it's not too bad. Here's third-person view for us. The rear turret on this bomber is chewing us apart. We need to keep our forward shields hot. Oh, this is not good. Alright. We need to improve our shields. This is so as you can see, we have a turret on the top part of our hull. And right now... Oh, no. And right now that turret is really helping us. And there goes the bomber. I believe that was a... what was that? Another manticore. These are easy pickings even for us. So as long as we keep the enemy on our dorsal side, not our ventral side, the turret should be able to assist us as long as we have a target lock. Nephilim bomber. That is... no. Ooh. Oh, we are getting absolutely blasted here. I need to regroup. Alright, who is on us? Honestly, as long as we survive, and as long as the evacuation of the Galatea can be conducted, it doesn't matter if we destroy these bombers. As long as they're distracted. Let's go back to first-person mode. Who is this? Manticore? Balance shields. Alright, I need to put all power to shielding at this point. It's the only reason we are intact. Come on. Stay in the gun sight. Oh, they are way more maneuverable than the Medusa. And that sun's in the way. Alright, his shields are down. I could have even gotten him with a stiletto. There we go, there we go, there we go. Come on, get in my gun sight. And this is with 4 guns firing at him. And with the velocity that the Avenger gives us over the Prometheus. There we go!
Enemy wing just arrived.
Kaboom! Manticores. Another one. Galatea is down to 87. Where's the bombers? It's a Nephilim. The heaviest Sheevan bomber, at least that I'm aware of. Luckily, the Galatea has enough blob turrets remaining that can actually knock out the bombs of the Sheevan attackers. Typically, the blob turrets will prioritize bombs of any kind. So as you can see, that bastard rotated his shields towards me, even though I had ripped apart his belly shields. Alright. Another Nephilim. Let me switch to single salvos on the stilettos. I think I'll actually use a stiletto against them. Really glad I don't have a disruptor as a primary weapon. At least this does hull damage. Here we go, here we go. Ah! We need to evade, and we are hit. Let's rebalance our shields. This Nephilim is almost down. There we go. Alright, we are holding our own now. Another Nephilim. Alright. Hostile, come on. Definitely want him in the dorsal profile. It is the easiest to hit by far. But look at that shielding. That is very impressive. Thank you, Niwa, for flying this claptrap bomber. I can't say that about the Medusa. The Medusa is a fantastic bomber. It has gotten me home in one piece more times than I would like to admit. And it's not because of my flying, but because of the Medusa's durability. I really do appreciate these blob turrets giving the Sheevan pilots a hard time. Alright, let's get this last Nephilim.
Enemy wing has just arrived.
Another wing. Wing Shima. Oh no, there's another wing at Rama. Try not to just turn immediately with them. Zoom out a little so you can reposition. Yeah, I get a little too close sometimes, just from excitement. Alright, there we go. Yeah, being too close makes it so that my angular turn rate is not balanced with the linear travel that at a particular distance. Ah! I did not dodge that very elegantly. In fact, I didn't dodge it at all.
New bandits in the area.
I always forget where the Nephilim's turret is. It's in an odd position on one of the wings from what I can tell. Okay, here's another Nephilim. Alright, let's stay away from it.
We are beginning the evacuation sequence. Keep them away from the escape
Let's
pod.
just stand still for the time being and blast away at the Nephilim. It has a very constant velocity, so it's fairly easy to get a good bead on it. Okay. It's quiet for the moment, so let's take a look at the Galatea. Oh, nope. Sorry, wingmates. I couldn't show off the Galatea's beautiful hull. More manticores. Alright, let's take a good lead on them. Galatea is holding at 78. Escape 3 and 4 are at 100. No more manticores. Good thing Delta Wing arrived to reinforce us. Ah, there it is. The Galatea. And Escape 3 and 4 are away. Escape 5 and 6 are launching now. I believe we can watch them launch. Here they are, coming out of the bay. Oh, I'm sorry. I should not be getting in the way of official evacuation operations. So the music has turned to calm, which is very good. This means that nothing is jumping in. Oh, no, 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 no!
The Lucifer just arrived.
Oh!
We're getting pounded hard.
Oh, no, no, no. Oh, that is not good. Galatea is down as 48. This is the Lucifer. Oh, no, no, no. This is no good. They don't even have fighter cover. They are that confident. Oh, no.
Good God, we've lost the Galatea.
Goodbye, Galatea. Are you serious? She's gone! She's gone already! Stop it!
Evacuate the area immediately. We are transmitting the coordinates for the bastion.
No! You bastards! God damn it. Jump away. That was dismal.
The Galatea has been destroyed. Many lives, many friends are gone. Everyone in the Terran Alliance feels this loss deeply. Yet greater is the tragedy of the Vasudans. There is nothing between the Shivan fleet and Vasuda Prime. Soon their home world will be gone. Our fighters fought bravely to preserve the Galatea, but there was nothing to be done. The Lucifer was too powerful. Many lives were saved by the Hermes escape pods. For that we are thankful, but we mourn the loss of Admiral Wolf. He was a great commander and he died with the ship he loved. All surviving pilots are reassigned to the GTD Bastion. Though we all lost friends on the Galatea, there is no time to mourn the dead. The fate of the Alliance is grim.
This is the worst medal I have ever earned. I wish I had never earned this particular decoration. I had many friends on the Galatea. Many lost along the way, but that was a terrible, terrible destruction. Yes, they have bigger planes, and they have bigger tanks, and a bigger boom. And the Lucifer was there just to take down the Galatea. And the Lucifer is a GTA designation. We have absolutely no idea what the Shivans actually call that vessel. But it certainly does live up to its name. Alright, let's continue onward. Let's see what we can do to stop the advance of the Shivans.
There are a few of us left. We know we will soon be gone, and so we can see our fate as others will see it. There will be little legacy, no great expressions of what we once were. Our technology, our achievements, if ever they are seen again, will spawn none of the awe that filled our conquests. We know our fate. We are being eliminated. When we traveled subspace, the cosmic destroyers took note. When we conquered and colonized in galaxies where we had no place, the destruction and the anguish and the loss were the clarion call of our doom. And so, the destroyers came for us.
This is Admiral Shima. I'll be delivering your command briefs while you're on board the GTD Bastion. I extend a welcome to all pilots formerly stationed on the Galatea. I wish your reassignments could have come under better circumstances. The loss of the Galatea is a great blow to all of us. We've lost many friends and loved ones. We've also lost many great pilots. We will need to double our efforts if we plan on stopping the Shivan fleet. This brings me to the reason for this briefing. Some of you may have already heard, shortly after the destruction of the Galatea at 1900 last night, we received word the Shivan Lucifer made the jump to Vasuda Prime. The Lucifer fleet bombarded Vasuda Prime from orbit for 13 hours straight. Most escaping transport ships were destroyed. All major Vasudan cities were leveled, and most of the landmass was rendered uninhabitable. All of our attacks launched from the nearby installations were defeated. We have lost contact with all Terran ships in the area, but it appears that the Shivan fleet has now moved on. It's estimated that 4 billion innocent Vasudans lost their lives in the attack. Terran Command is preparing to help evacuate all survivors to other habitable worlds in the area. What we need to concentrate on now is keeping the Lucifer fleet from making further moves towards Earth. We've been put on standby status and ordered to assist in all evacuation operations in Vasuda Prime and the surrounding systems. We've lost Deneb. Antares is virtually undefended. Vasuda is a contested system. The Banshee laser is now ready for deployment. We've just received a partial shipment of them. The Banshee is specifically designed to take down Shivan shields.
Okay, so we have a new weapon system to, I suppose, soften the blow of the loss of the Galatae, and now 4 billion Vasudans.
We have also received a full supply of Hornet Swarm missiles. These are the best anti-fighter missiles in our arsenal, and we expect they will receive heavy use on the Bastion. Full details are available in the tech room.
Yes, 07. 4 billion. 4 billion Vasudans. That is a lot of lives lost. So at least we have more weapons to counter this threat. Now we have the Hornet, which is a guided swarm missile. It's similar to the Fury in the sense that it's a small rocket, but at least this time it is able to lock on. So let's continue on to the briefing.
Pilot attend. As you know, Vasuda Prime has been devastated. Our focus must now shift to the evacuation of the survivors. You are to take your wing to the subspace node cluster in the Alpha Centauri system. There are 3 subspace nodes in this sector. They lead to Vasuda, Aldebaran, and Sirius. Civilians will be transported from Vasuda to Aldebaran. Vasudan warships will travel to and from both the Sirius and Vasuda jump points. Because of the strategic importance of this system, we expect the Shivans to try to secure it quickly. You will ensure the safe passage of all Allied vessels in the area. Additional orders will be sent to you as they arrive.
So this appears to be a very concerning escort mission. We have 3 different jump nodes that we'll have to run between and make sure that the vessels traveling in between them to get from system to system will be able to survive. So this is definitely going to be an interceptor mission. So for anyone not aware, in the lore of the Freespace universe, essentially you're able to travel in subspace locally, short distances. That is the jump that our fighters and our capital ships are able to do. But the jump from system to system, there are very specific nodes that only exist in certain locations. And that is where you can engage a long-range subspace jump. So that is why we have to protect these nodes. Because while we could jump away from the battle zone, that means we are still trapped in the Vasudan system. So let's see, our choices for this operation are the Herc, which is an awfully slow vessel. We have the Ulysses, which is somewhat faster than the Hercules. Also very maneuverable. So it has a max velocity of 70 meters per second, whereas the Hercules is at 50 meters per second max, although it is much more heavily armored. On the other hand, the Valkyrie, which is the classic GTA interceptor, has 85 meter per second velocity. However, it is incredibly fragile. So while this is my first choice for an interceptor, I am not sure what kind of threats will occur. However, let's just go with instinct for now. Let's equip the entire flight with interceptors. The Valkyrie. The Valkyrie has very poor weapons compatibility, unfortunately, but it can run the Banshee. So let's step out for a minute. I think some folks have come in who have not seen this. Let's go to the image slideshow. So if we look at the Avenger that we were using before in the armor damage column. It does 80 armor damage per second, and it does 54 shield damage per second. Now, Shivan fighters have more shields than they do armor by a significant margin, although none of their capital ships have shields for all intents and purposes, except for Lucifer. And the Prometheus, which is an alternative weapon that we could be using, has similar statistics, but a slower fire rate and a slower muzzle velocity. Now, the Banshee, which we're using, has the highest muzzle velocity out of the 3 primary weapons that you end up using. It has a fairly weak hull damage, but it has a superior shield damage ability. So this combined makes it very powerful. However, per energy right here, it uses 4 energy per second, which means we cannot afford to simply pull on the trigger and hope that everything will go well. So we will have to moderate our fire much more significantly. But I believe that is a worthwhile thing to do in order to get the improved anti-Shivan ability with the shield damage. So let's put that away and go back to our armament screen. And we have a significant number of Banshees. So let's run Banshees here. 1 second, please. I have an excellent piece of software called Lightbulb, which allows for the filtering of blue light from the screens of my computer, but it decided at this moment to turn on. Okay, let's run these lock-on missiles. Actually, we have a capacity of 15, so let's try out the Hornet. Let's see how the Hornet behaves. So while it does have a capacity of 60 missiles, 4 of them are fired at a time. So this is misleading. You only have 15 volleys, the same as the Interceptor would allow. But let's play around with them. So we have twin Banshees. Actually, so let's run a Banshee in our primary mount, or in our secondary mount here, and rip out the Banshee that is primary and go with an Avenger as the other mount, in case we want to fire both of them and have something that does more hull damage. 15 volleys, but 4 times the damage. Actually, I do have a reference table for that too. Oh, no, that's Battletech. That's the wrong one. Okay, so here is the missile damage table. So here we have the Interceptor, not the Interceptor Weak, which is I believe, an AI scripting table. Yes, numbers. So the Interceptor per single missile does 75 armor damage, and it does 60 shield, which is very good. And it's a size 4 missile, as it says here. Whereas the Fury, which is aspect seeking, which is a lock-on missile, as opposed to heat seeking, which means it simply follows in a lag pursuit, typically, the craft you're aiming, but it has a swarm of 4. So we have to assume that per swarm... Oh, look at this. So per swarm, it does much more hull damage, but it does slightly less shield damage. However, you do have 4 missiles. So I suppose, considering we are running the Banshee, let's go with the Hornet as a finisher weapon, or something akin to that. Especially because we will be able to cease firing our probably already depleted Banshees. Alright, let's go. Let's give the same loadout to all of Alpha, and begin the attack. Alright. So here is the Valkyrie. She's a beautiful, beautiful vessel. Oh, there we go. Alright, we have friendlies jumping in. Alright, let's escort our Vasudan allies.
We are carrying supplies for our forces in the Cirrus sector. Please provide escort.
Alright, we have boosted both our shields and our engines. Running a Banshee, this may actually be a significant detriment. There's the Banshee, and we have a very nice, tight secondary gun pattern. That will be excellent for dogfighting.
Enemy wing has just arrived.
Here they come. Hostiles. Inbound. Kind of Viper-like. Oh, thick Viper? Oh. Is that a glitch with the sound? It might be. Oh, we are way too close to the Shaitan. See how that completely busted up the shields, but is having a bit of a harder time? Let's fire off the Hornets. Come on, come on. Yeah, the hull on the Shaitan is surprisingly tough, and I'm way too close to be using the Hornet. There we go. Up goes the Shaitan. Shaitan 2. So let's actually have a little finesse. Oh, yes, the BSG Viper. It does lack something of the vertical stabilizer, which I think is very important to the silhouette of the, come on, come on, come on. Let's get those shields down. Alright, almost down. Alright, I'm gonna have to put more power to the guns. The Banshee is draining everything I have. Alright, switching to the Avenger now that the shields are down. And the shields came up. And I'm way too close. I should be matching speed with these targets. There we go. Hull damage, hull damage. Alright. That's a little more finesse. Alright, back to the Banshee. Here comes another Shaitan.
Kappa 5 is entering subspace.
Good, Kappa 5 has made it. Let's fire off a volley of Furies. I perhaps should have gone with the Interceptor. Alright. Let's get those shields down. Shields are essentially down here. There we go, its rear shields are dropping. Let's match that speed.
Kappa 6 departing for Aldebaran.
Still not used to the Banshee. Alright, switching guns. There we go, get the Avenger. Blast that poorly shielded hull apart. There we go. Alright. So the technique is match speed. Use the Banshee. Use the Banshee to knock out the shields, and then use the Avenger to rip apart the hull. Alright, we are draining gun power. Back to the Avenger. There we go. We're getting the swing of it. Alright.
They're coming. They can't be stopped.
Oh, that Vasudin is very upset. Stay in my sights, Shivan.
Shivans are sending in cruisers to secure this area.
Cruisers?
Away now.
Good thing I have a hull damage weapon. I hope that there's a bomber squad that we can call in. That is not good at all. Oh, the transports are under attack by Nephilim heavy bombers. I do not have Phoenix 5s, which would have been excellent for taking out the Nephilim. A pair of those can really rip them apart. Well, let's soften them up with Furies while we can. Alright, matching speed at a safe distance. Going with the Banshee. Let's rip those shields apart. It's too close for comfort. Alright, let's knock him out. Back to the Avenger. Perfect. Alright, the Nephilim are very vulnerable to that. Bouncing shields. Alright, let's get him, let's get him.
Kappa 9 departing area.
Alpha, listen up. The Shivans are trying to stop
There we go, come on, there we are.
Entering subspace.
Ooh.
The Vasudans are sending armed transports to deal with the Shivan threat. We are also sending a wing of freighters to resupply them.
Oh.
It is critical that these freighters make it to their destination. We must ensure that they make it safely to their jump points. Carry on, Alpha 1.
Mu Wing requesting escort to Vasuda.
Mu Wing, okay.
Counterattack. This is Kappa 10 entering subspace.
So, we need to protect Mu at all costs. I'm gonna assign all of my fighters to protect my target.
Affirmative, sir.
That is the mission objective, and if we fail it, we are in deep trouble. Alright, and there is a wing of fighters. These are just basilisks. I should not be firing both banks at the same time. Ah! So the basilisk's hull is not very good. We should be able to avoid switching to the Avenger. There we go, there we go. Yes, yeah, the basilisk is incredibly frail. Big silhouette, very frail fighter, as you can see by their end results. My wingmates do a lot better when they're running Banshees. Woo! Okay. Mu is safe for now. Let's see how they're doing. The worst integrity of the Mu freighters is 77. We are good. And they're almost at the node. But let's make sure they get there safely. Oof. Okay. Oh yeah, so this is something I haven't explained in a while, but the small oval screen at the bottom center of the HUD is my radar screen. And anything in the central oval is ahead of me, and anything to the periphery is either above, to the right, to the left, or below me. And the closer it is to the edge of the outer oval of that HUD, the more it is behind me. So if I turn all the way away, so if you look right now with the transports and escorts scattered completely around the outer oval, that means they are directly behind me. And now that now they are to my left, and now they are below me. So it's a very helpful thing to have, although half the time you don't care and you simply end up targeting the nearest hostile once you get into a furball. It's a pretty good way of doing the radar. It's vaguely intuitive, especially once you get the hang of it. Although I think the one thing I would have liked to see is scaling so that you would be able to tell range. Because this radar is only good at telling you direction and not indicating a bearing, but not direction. So you can set radar range, which means that if you are further than a certain distance away, you will not you will not be able to target that particular, you'll not be able to see that target on your radar. Now, what is going on? The Shivans have been awful quiet. Do you ever get turreted weapons? Your guns seem locked to the front of your ship. Yes.
This is Kappa.
Let's have everyone escort my target. Oop, almost ran into that. Let's see here.
Enemy wing just arrived.
All fighters, protect my target. Alright, here come the next hostiles. So, the only turret you get is on the bombers. Alright, we evaded that missile. So, the Medusa I was flying in the last mission, which is one of the GTA heavy bombers, it does actually have a small turret on the very top, and that one automatically locks on to whatever hostile you have in your selector here. So if someone is behind you, it can actually protect your rear, but you do have to make sure you're locked onto them. The AI don't have that problem. Let's fire some Furies. Oh, good job, wingmates. Hi, Melchior. How's Pickle Juice feeling today? Kinda like a jacuzzi, I'd imagine. Yes, I am in quite a bit of stress right now. The Vasudan threat is picking up, and we had a very aggressive interaction with the Shivan destroyer Ava of the demon class. Oh, what a beautiful emote that dab is. Up. Ah, more scorpions. Let's do a jink. Ah, did not get that correctly. Who is on my tail? Ah. Good thing I have shielding. Alright. If you think you're so smart, Shivan, let me see you evade Banshee fire. Too close. Match speed. There we go. Switch to the Avengers unintentionally, but that was actually the right choice. Now back to the Banshee. We want that centered fire. Ah. Alright, let's lead. Perfect. He's locked on. Oh, come on, Hornets. He shook them off. One was doing a valiant attempt to follow the Scorpion. Oh, come on, come on. Why are the Scorpions always the most trouble? I don't know if Kappa is a Vasudan ace, but somebody has a missile directed at me.
Kappa wing entering subspace.
Ah, let's see if we can shake it. Countermeasure away. And another missile. Someone's shooting at range. Ah. Shivan ace. It is Scorpion. I would imagine they would be in a dragon, but... Ooh. Yeah, the Scorpions are surprisingly maneuverable. And if you saw the damage, my hull integrity is 95, but I also took comms damage. The subsystems of these fighters can take individual damage, and the communications subsystem on the Valkyrie in particular is incredibly vulnerable. Oh, JC, you're getting some rest. Thank you for being with the convoy for as long as you could. Your presence is much appreciated. Have a good rest. All right, here come the next Wing Bima. Hi, Sardriner. How are you today? Got a lock? Kind of a waste on a Basilisk. Basilisk is the jobber of the Shivan fighter force. More Scorpions just jumped in. Let's get rid of these Basilisks. They may be slow and ungainly, but they are dangerous when they're behind you. Right, now it's just Scorpions. Alright, this one is not thinking critically. Let's take advantage of that. There we go. Oh, what a feisty fellow.
Enemy wing has just arrived.
And the Banshee is sucking our gun reserves dry. I think I might just switch to the Avenger. There we go, there we go. We need the Avenger, because... Come on, we need that fire rate. Come on, buddy. There we go. Death Spiral. More of these Basilisks. Back to the Banshee. Glad to hear you're doing well, Sir Drainer. I am currently somewhat flustered due to the preponderance of Shivan fighters in the area of engagement. These Basilisks are not a problem, but my guns are running dry simply because the Banshee is an energy hog. Let's go back to the Avenger. So you may be tempted to run twin Banshees. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Especially on a ship with a poor power supply. Or if you're not running a particularly gun-heavy ship. And once again, we're dry back to the Avenger. There we go. The Basilisks, frankly, don't even need the Banshee. Yes, Alaric, I agree with you. Some pilots are much better at getting that split-second shot and simply nailing their target in one single Alpha Strike type pass. However, I require that lead-on time in order to guide both my eyesight and my gunfire, so I much prefer having refire rate as opposed to a single Alpha Strike. So we've definitely lost 2 of our cargo crates here, but Theta is going to make it to the jump point. Let's take a look. Yeah, this is the Poseidon-class freighter. I think one of the nicer-looking designs of GTA freighter.
Jumping out now.
And Theta is leaving the AO. Godspeed, Theta. Alright, all fighters... Oop. All fighters, form on my wing.
Sir. Delta wing has arrived, awaiting orders.
Alright, Delta's here. That's our backup. Oh, we needed that because there is now a cruiser in the AO.
2 Shivan cruisers arriving.
Alright. I should have rearmed. Let me call in a rearm.
Acknowledge. Stand by to rearm.
Alright. I'm gonna have my all fighters disarm the target.
Affirmative, sir. Disarming your target.
And in the meantime, I'm just gonna wail away at it with my Avengers. So this was another reason to grab the Avengers, and I am about to be ripped apart here. The blob turrets rip the Valkyrie to shreds. She simply does not have the shielding. Oh, is that a Vasud? Okay, so the Vasudans are supporting us in this scenario. Here is their rearmament ship. The last thing you want to do is have your rearmed ship go up in flames, because its detonation is akin to a cruiser, simply because it has all sorts of bombs on board it. Come on. Alright, we are good to go. Alpha Wing, because they're running interceptors, is basically dead. All fighters, destroy the target.
Sir, attacking your target.
Screw disabling it, it doesn't matter. And there are no fighters covering them. This is the Shivan's biggest mistake. So we can actually, without tsunami or heavy type bombs, take out the...
One Shivan cruiser is down.
Alright, next hostile. He's down to 32 already. All fighters, destroy my target.
Ready to attack.
Luckily, these are Kane-class cruisers, so they're incredibly vulnerable. If these were Liliths, I would be much more concerned. But as it stands, I am simply going to double up my missile volleys.
Second Shivan cruiser has
Let's watch the Able go up. Oh, and we lost a wingmate to the blast. We should not have stuck around to watch. Boom, baby. Yes, Alaric. Look at that debris.
Listen up, Alpha 1. The Vasudans are sending in the Macross to help secure the area. You will stay with the Macross until additional fighters can be sent to relieve your post. Protect the Macross at all costs.
Oh. The Macross. M-E-C-R-O-S-S. So it's a bit of a different name, but I think many of you are aware of the reference there.
Across here.
Oh, are you... Please don't tell me.
Taking heavy damage. Need to repair.
Oh, really? They sent in an Atten. This here, wingmates, is the worst cruiser. It is the worst capital ship in all of Freespace, especially here. And it actually, I don't think it even gets beam weapons in Freespace 2. This is the face of inadequacy. If you want to bully something, if you want bully bait, this is your target.
The Shivans are going after the Macross. Stop those bombers.
Of course they're gonna go after the Macross. Alright, where's the bombers? We got a Nephilim. Switching back to the Banshee. Let's lay waste to them. Oh, whoa, whoa, somebody collided with me. Let's get those Hornets. I'm not gonna be running Hornets again. And we're pulling away. Too many... Okay. Hopefully they gave my allies some time to knock out some of the bombers. Okay, all the bombers are gone. It's nothing but basilisks now. So even if you are getting absolutely hammered by Shivans, being swarmed means that your allies are not being swarmed, which means they can use their superior AI accuracy to target the enemy. Ooh, okay, where's the Macross? Alright, let's target friendlies. There's the Macross. It's on station, and it's being completely useless. Okay.
Alpha 1, this
All
is
fighters,
Beta Wing.
protect my target.
You stand relieved of your watch. Return to base.
Poor thing, it doesn't look that ugly. Yeah, the Atten is not an ugly-looking cruiser. It just happens to be so poorly armed, and not even armament. The layout of its armament is very poor. So once you get the right approach, you can very much rip it apart. Let's take a look at its turrets. So it has a laser turret on top, which is a slow-firing laser turret. So if you have stilettos, you can knock that out and the entire top is exposed. You have one of these blob turrets right here, and they're blob turrets because they literally look like a little blob or something else if you have a more creative sort of imagination. Let's take a look at the other armaments. So it has that laser turret, it has the blob turret, and it has a second blob on this side. Let's take a look at its other armament. That is it. That is it on the Atten. Well, actually, we have a ventral. We have a ventral turret here. I don't know why it wasn't selecting it properly. So it has a couple of blob turrets, but as you can see, in general, it has very poor anti-ship firepower. It is meant to be a affair. It's just a weird turtle shell texture that's filtering. Yeah, I mean, the Vasudans have a very interesting organic design. You may not have been here to see the Typhon class destroyers, but I do hope we get to see another one because you can actually fly inside of those. So we are relieved of duty, so let's angle away from our ally here and jump. Engage our subspace drives and leave the area of engagement. It does seem like a landing craft more than it seems a cruiser.
You did an outstanding job.
Oh, we're
of
being
protecting
praised.
the student transports. Through your actions, we were able to save countless lives. You should feel proud of this accomplishment. You were also able to keep the area secured until we establish a stronger foothold in the system. Well done. We are pleased you were able to use Delta Wing to accomplish all of your objectives. However, you should try to keep your use of reinforcements at a minimum. If every wing leader requested reinforcements at every opportunity, we would run out of fighters.
So that was actually a Butterfingers moment where I requested reinforcements. I meant to call in a support ship, but I think I called in... I did call in Delta Wing at that point. Any big gun should use all of the extra space for more guns. Yeah, the capital ship design in Freespace 1, I think, honestly, capitals are more meant to be terrain for the fighters, since the focus of the game is on them. And in the case of the Galatea and the Bastion and the Ava Destroyer, those are definitely much more like terrain than anything. Now, in Freespace 2, with beam weaponry, capital ships actually become incredible light shows of death and destruction. And those will be a treat to see. Alright, let's accept the fact that we called in... Do you have a favorite sci-fi fighter craft?
After an intense battle, it has sustained moderate damage and will be jumping to the Beta Octolay system.
Oh, okay, so we'll see a Student Destroyer here, the PVD Hope.
We are sending 2 wings to help cover the Hope while it is being repaired. The Vesudans are sending their own fighters to stand guard over the Hope, but it will be some time before they arrive. The Hope should be in the system when you arrive. We do not believe the Shivans have enough forces in the system to mount a serious attack, but their strategies are difficult to predict. Good luck.
So we will be protecting, speak of the devil and he will come, we will be protecting a Typhon-class Vasudan destroyer, the Parliamentary Vasudan Destroyer Hope. So let's see what we will be flying. So, as to my favorite sci-fi fightercraft design. So, one, I consider fightercraft simply because I enjoy hard sci-fi significantly more than some softer things, even though I love these kinds of sims. In my heart of hearts, if I had it my way, the smallest craft that would be participating would generally have a crew and would be something turreted, and would be more akin to, perhaps the word corvette would fit it, and a fightercraft might be something that is, would probably be unmanned, and perhaps a drone, something that is essentially, let's just say, an expendable autocannon with a pack of propellant, control systems, and a guidance package. And it would basically be a way of having a gun platform that you could throw out and not have it come back. Because I think having a human guide is something that ostensibly, especially if your maneuvering physics are fairly, how shall I put it, realistic? Being nimble is a meaningless term in a sense, especially if you have turrets with any appreciable amount of traverse. But, with that aside, I will say that I think my favorite sci-fi fightercraft design would probably be their Earth Alliance Star Fury, and not the Star Fury 2 or Tiger Shark, I think they call it, or something, the one that is atmospheric, but the non-atmospheric fightercraft of the Earth Alliance. That I think is the fighter that strikes me closest to home. I don't know if any wingmates have seen Babylon 5, but I think it is an excellent space opera, especially in terms of its political intrigue and the coherent nature of the plotline. Unlike many sci-fi series, the plotline was essentially laid out from day one, with all 4/5 of its seasons, whatever you want to consider it, being a continuous storyline. Okay, so we are defending a destroyer, which is going to be a big craft which we will need to travel across. We will want something fast, but also durable. I think we want our wingmates So we only have 2 Hercs available. I think because our AI friends are a little bit dumber, we will assign 2 Hercs to them. We even have a selection of bombers, the Medusa. Let's see. I forgot who asked in the chat, simply because I am not able to scroll up right now. But this is the gun-equipped fighter craft, or I suppose strike craft. As you can see, it has a tail gun right here on its dorsal side, in between the 2 engine pods. And that one will auto-target for you as long as you're locked on. So we can also run the Athena, which is a light bomber, but I see no need for that. So, I think this is acceptable. I'm actually gonna give the rest of Alpha Wing the more durable Ulysses. Actually, I will also run the Ulysses. Why not? Let's play around with the Ulysses for a little bit. It does have a poor missile payload, but I am mostly a gunfighter to begin with. So let's run the layout that we had before. Oh, you see, here's the downside. You can't run the Banshee. You can only run the Prometheus on the Ulysses. And I'm a spoiled brat now. I think I want to run... I'm gonna run the, I'm gonna also have my wingmates run the Banshee, because it does make them very efficient. So we will, Alpha Wing will run the Valkyrie once again, with the Banshee in our secondary, and an Avenger in our primary slot. I am not running the Prometheus, even though it's a fairly good gun. So we have a Banshee, and we have a Avenger. Okay, so we will likely be facing bombers in this particular scenario. And that will be the biggest threat. So let's use the Phoenix 4, or 5, as our primary missile. The Phoenix is very capable of destroying bombers from a distance. While it has a terrible lock-on time, so it is not good for dogfighting, nor is its rotation rate good for hitting tight-moving, fast craft, this is what we need right now. So let's make sure everyone is armed that way. Now let's arm these Hercs. Let's give them primary slot Banshees and secondary slot Avengers. And I think they will not run a bomber loadout. They will run a Fury and... they will run Hornets and Interceptors. Okay, and the guns should... Oh, that's a flail. Okay, so both of these are armed. For me, it's Legend of Galactic Heroes Spartanian. Star Fury definitely is a lot more physics conscious than most designs. You dig it? Oh, great, great. Let me take a look at the Spartanian real quick. I still have not had an opportunity to invest in Legend of the Galactic Heroes yet. I am probably misspelling that horrifically. Oh, that is a very interesting craft. There's a very interesting light attack craft. I have not seen that design previously. Okay, let's arm Beta with Hornets. And we'll rip out the flail because it's garbage right now, and we'll give it the Prometheus. That unfortunately grabbed the Prometheus. Okay, you know what? I think that'll be fine. And we don't have enough Hornets to arm everyone. Alright, the important thing is that Alpha Wing is more than ready to do its intercept duty. Alright, let's commit.
Where's the Hope? She was supposed to be here when we arrived.
Oh. Has Command once again betrayed us? Has a pencil pusher miscalculated the arrival of a destroyer? One of the most valuable fleet assets that should be kept track of meticulously? Ugh. Command Shama indeed. They are really... Oh, there's the Hope.
This is the PVD Hope. We have taken serious damage. Please assist.
All wings. Protect my craft.
This is the PVD Hope. We have taken serious damage. Please assist.
The film-class bombers attacking the Hope.
New bandits in the area!
Alright, we got bombers.
Look at the Hope. It's barely hanging on.
Hope is at 36. That is really bad. Alright, we are not going to spare ammunition in this mission. We are going to fire off dual Phoenixes as soon as we get within missile range of the Nephilim. So if you look at the lock-on indicator around these particular bombers, you can see that there are pips next to it, and that indicates how many wingmates are currently locked onto it. So I've chosen the bomber with the least amount of allies assisting with it. So we are very close, so I'm going to use the Banshee instead of attempting to use my Phoenix 5s. Oh, that is a blast. Ah. Shields forward, shields forward. I picked the wrong attack angle. Let's match speed. And there she goes. The Banshee is doing a number on these bombers. Oh goodness, Megbert is raiding! Hello! Oh, we will require some ammunition that is effective against those who are imaginary wingmates. Pick that out of the, for your autocannons. Defend from the raiders. Protect the bridge and the reactor at all costs. Incoming Nephilim, let's get a lock on them.
Nephilim bombers arriving. Engaging.
How's it going? How's it going? What were you playing, Megbert? Alright, we got a lock. Fox 2. Come on, you Sheevan dogs. Yeah, shields down. Ooh, some secret art. That is fun. Art is very enjoyable to do. Very relaxing. Suppose, alright, more Nephilim inbound. Let's use our long-range missiles. We're down to 6 Phoenixes. 3 more volleys of dual fire. Our wingmates should be able to handle this. We will not need to fire a Phoenix for this engagement. I'm gonna slow down. There we go. More Nephilim inbound. Oh, you're going to bed. Good call. Good night, Megbert. I wish you excellent rest. Alright, fire. I love this battle track. It's technically Mission 2 battle theme. Dan Wentz did a fantastic job composing this soundtrack. And I don't think such soundtracks have been made recently. Simply due to the unpopularity of such synthesized audio. Fox 2. Oh!
Enemy wing has just arrived.
We took a hit to the sensors. I think that... Alright, let's call in support. I am running low on missiles. I only have a single volley of Phoenixes left over. Alright. The hope is hanging in there. To anyone joining us right now, we are protecting a Vasudan destroyer. Oh, why did I fire my Phoenixes at Manticores? Waste of munitions. Come on, you. Stay in my sights. The Hope is a destroyer, but it is heavily crippled right now. So we need to intercept any bombers attempting to deliver the killing blow. And these escorts. Ah. Alright, I'm gonna stop and let the support craft dock to me. I'm currently flying an interceptor called the Valkyrie, which is one of the fastest craft in the GTA, the Galactic Terran Alliance. And there is a Vasudan support craft. We were once fighting the Vasudans, but now, ooh, look at the pilot. Now we are allies in our dire time of need, fighting the Sheevan invaders. Alright, we are fully loaded for bear, let's go. Back to cockpit view. Alright, let's close in on the... Oh, the Hope is not looking good. You can see arcs of electric discharges across her hull. She is a Typhon class, and one of the coolest things is you can actually fly inside of her fighter bays. Alright, let's go inside of our little hole here, hidey hole. Let's not hit the hull of the... Oh. Well, I picked the wrong time to show you guys.
Strike cruiser entering system. No fighter escort.
Alright, all fighters. No, we're not gonna get reinforcements. All fighters, destroy the Lightning. So this is a Sheevan cruiser of the Cain class. There are 2 almost identical looking cruisers. The Cain and the Lilith. The Lilith is a lot more terrifying. We need to switch to the Avenger. Yeehaw! This is not the right craft to be attacking a cruiser with. We are running an interceptor, not a bomber. But we're gonna have to do this anyways, for the Vasudan's sake. Yeah, there's not as much claustrophobia in Freespace due to the title being Freespace, but you do get little tributes to it. Oh, here we go! Oh, we took serious damage from that detonation. At least we didn't lose any of our support systems. We are down to 71 hull, and I think one of our other wingmates has taken significant damage.
ISIS repair here. Attempting to repair the Hope.
Alright, so the Hope's drive systems are currently disabled, and now one of the Vasudent support craft will be attempting to get it back online. And then the Hope will jump out. So the Typhon class is actually a very serious destroyer type. It has a significant amount of blob turrets, which are, I suppose, the equivalent of weapon emplacements. They're just called blob turrets in the editor and in the community. Oh, for anyone joining us, I have a little ticker running at the bottom of the game screen, which has some useful, unclickable, unfortunately, links due to a lack of being able to pin a post in Twitch chat. Another cruiser! Why? All fighters, destroy my target. Oh, we have an allied cruiser jumping in. An Aten class. Oh, got a missile. There we go. That annoying sound. Alright, so here we can see the Aten class in combat with a Shivan Kane class. The Thunder. Ooh, that is a good name for a capital vessel. Someone's on my tail, and that is a Scorpion, I think. But this Kane is much more important. Come on, come on, come on. Go down, you animal. He's down to 10. We need to get away from the... We need to get away from it as fast as we can. Can watch the explosion from a safe distance. Oh no, Alpha 4s. Oh, we lost. We lost Alpha 3. Here we go, here we go. Manticores. Not Scorpions. Scorpions are a much lighter class of fighter, but somehow they're the most dangerous of the common fighters simply because they are so maneuverable. Switch to Banshee. So different weapon types have different damage of shield versus hull. The Banshee is very effective against shields, which the Shivans have a lot of, whereas the Avenger, which is my yellow gun, is much more capable against hull. So I switch between them depending on whether the target in question is shields, or whether... Oh! Although Shivan hulls are so frail, sometimes... Dragon! This is the worst enemy to fight. Oh, I wish I had proper missiles for a dragon. Damn it. At least I have wingmates. The dragon is the most maneuverable, most heavily armed, and most heavily shielded, and the fastest of the Shivan fighter craft. It is a nightmare, and it's gone. Oh. Fighting those alone is a nightmare. There we go. Second, this is a fresh dragon, fully shielded. Come on, come on. They have one of the best fighter AIs available. He's down. Oh, you could be an ace, but as long as there's more enemies, you will be taken down. Ooh. Let's take a little breather here.
Hope, how much longer are these repairs gonna take? We can't keep this up much longer.
Thanks for bringing that up, Beta 1.
We need just a few more minutes.
A few more minutes? We don't have a few more minutes. We are losing pilots. And the Shivans have sent multiple cruisers for this task.
Enemy wing has just
More Nephilim.
All right, pilots, the Hope needs a few more minutes. Let's get the job done.
Here they come. We target friendlies. Let's target the Valkyrie and have all fighters... Oh, no, not the Valkyrie. Never mind. Ignore that. Let's just blast these bombers. Fox 2. There she goes. If you can get the shields down hard enough before the missiles hit, you can essentially time on target attack. There we go.
No bandits in the area.
With Banshees on our fighters, these cannot withstand our fire. More Nephilim in the distance. The Phoenix 5 anti-bomber missile also has incredible capability for knocking out or for range. It is one of the longest ranged missiles in the entire game, in spite of its other flaws, including a long lock-on time. Here we go, let's get a lock on the lead Nephilim. Missiles away, let's see if we can get some gunshots on him. There it goes. Up in flames. Back to the hell you came from. Sheevan. Come on, come on. So for context, the Sheevans have recently killed 4 billion Vasudans and thousands upon thousands of GTA Navy personnel aboard the GTD Galatea, which was once our mothership. But the Lucifer, the super destroyer of the Sheevans, which is significantly bigger than even this Typhon class, simply annihilated that vessel in a matter of an instant. Ooh. Okay. How many more minutes? Get those subspace drives back online. We are losing pilots. I'm down to 4 Phoenix 4. Let me call it in a rearm.
Stand by to rearm.
Oh, who's incoming? Oh, friendlies. The student friendlies.
To the Aquila installation. You may return to base.
Oh. We did it, wingmates. We are safe, so now we may begin our jump out. So here's the jump out animation.
Well done, pilot. This mission was quite a bit more intense than we had expected, thanks to the Sheevans.
It sure was.
Fortunately, you were able to hang on until the Vasudan reinforcements arrived. Very impressive.
We get the Conspicuous Gallantry Award, in addition to our other awards for being just an absolutely outstanding pilot. Although this is our Galatea Survivor Medal, which is one of the worst that you can obtain. GG Yeah, that was not the most challenging scenario, but it was certainly intense. We were lucky the Shaitans or the Nephilim were waiting a while in order to launch their missile payloads. Alright, let's move on.
The Beta Aquila installation is under attack. The Lucifer has been sighted in the area. Protect it at all costs. Additional orders will be given to you on site.
What? I don't understand what command means here, because the Lucifer is literally indestructible at the present time. It has a shielding system which prevents all known Terran and Vasudan weapons from puncturing its hull. So we are being scrambled to essentially, I am guessing, help with the evacuation of the installation. We don't even get a ship selection, and I'm sure we'll be armed with some kind of garbage. Alright.
This is the installation. We are badly damaged. Eject escape pod. It doesn't look like we're...
Oh, no, the Lucifer is here already. Oh boy, we need to stay away from the Beta Aquila installation. That thing will explode. Oh, it's going up. And we failed our primary objective. Not even a minute in.
Protect those escape pods.
Alright, escape pods. Avoid the blast, avoid the blast, avoid the blast. Alright. All
Support ship being deployed.
No, not the support ship. All fighters, protect the escape pods. And the Lucifer just does not care. It just does not care. Thanks, Command, indeed. Well, another couple of, tens of thousands of lives lost. I think the biggest enemy we have faced at this point is not the Sheevans, it's Command. Oh, we have bombers. So this green weapon is the Prometheus, which is supposed to be the... Oh, we have a dragon. So the Prometheus actually technically does worse damage against shields.
Escape 2 didn't make it.
Oh. What am I even armed with? And why do I have phoenixes? Let's run the Avenger. We may fail this one. Damn this dragon. Lock! Let's see if we can get a shot while he's trying to... Yes! Okay, that was a rare, quick dragon kill. Another dragon. Let's hope he is distracted. So we can get a good lock on him with the anti-bomber missiles. Oh. Lock! You're gonna go down. You're gonna go right to hell. Yes! Blasted demons. Manticores. No, basilisks. Basilisks. Protect the freighters. I'm not wasting my munitions against anything less than a dragon.
Escape 3 destroyed.
Damn it! We are down to 2 escape pods. They're all fleeing to the... Oh, the Hope! The Hope came back! So we need to make sure these remaining pods reach the Hope. Where's the pod? Alright. All fighters, protect my target. Do you not understand what that means? Protect the target. Ooh. Come on, how far is the Hope? How far is the Hope? Hope is 1.5k away. Oh, good. The students are here to help. Next hostile. Come on, Basilisk. Oh, there we go. I'm really glad I have my Avenger in my secondary slot, because it has a much better line of fire than the primaries, which are on the wingtips, so they don't converge correctly. So if you look at this, see the difference between the green and yellow firing lines? The outer ones are my first weapon slot, the Prometheus, and the inner ones are the Avengers. And so I am using the inner Avenger, which fires faster when you don't fire both of the weapon systems at the same time, simply because it has a slightly better anti-shield statistic. And I am counting numbers here. I'm not counting what looks cool.
Incoming enemy targets.
The translators the students have could use a little bit of a emotional correction.
The Shivans appear to be going after the Aqualay communications station. That station is critical for communication in this sector.
Oh, great.
Protect the communication station until we can take position to defend it ourselves.
Alright, so the Hope is moving in to protect that. We're gonna use our missiles to take out at least 2 of these Shaitans, I hope. These Shaitans are a more annoying target than the Nephilim, in my opinion, simply because they are smaller and narrower. The wingtip guns are not that hard to hit with, but they are harder to hit with at range, which is most of the... or at close range, which is what these furballs tend to result in. Okay, so we are fighting a bomber, which is not very maneuverable, so I'm gonna switch to both my guns. And in this way, I will have higher alpha damage, but at the same time, I will have a slower firing rate. But because I am so close, and the bombers have such a hard time escaping, it's actually okay. But if I'm dogfighting, I prefer having a single gun mount. Alright. This Scorpion is behaving like a bomber, but now it isn't, so we're switching back to the Avenger, so that we can get a shot in on it. Alright, let's lead the target. Let's step back a little bit, so we are not too close. Being too close means that your angular traverse, which is your degrees per second, or per instant, is worth a lot less in terms of your traversal linearly. So you basically, you will sweep fewer meters in an arc. So basically, if you're at 1,000 meters, a smaller sweep is needed to cover a distance at 1,000 meters. I need to draw a diagram for this, but unfortunately I do not have pen and paper available as I am in the middle of a furball. Come on, come on. There we go, there we go, there we go. This was the first enemy you fought of the Shivans, and this was before you had weapons that could actually take down shielding. You used to use the ML-16 laser, which was the mainstay during the Terran Vasudan War. We have a Shaitan, let's fire both. Damn, we lost our lock last second. Let's fire both. Come on, come on, come on. You have a very poor turn radius. Let's keep it. Let's back off a little. There we go. Alpha damage is doing its job here, even with the different velocities of our guns.
Impressive for a Terran.
Impressive for a Terran. Epsilon 2, you have a potty mouth on you. We are out of Phoenixes. Let's call in support. Alright, let's do that high alpha damage. There we go, and the Shaitan is toast. Almost, almost. The different velocities on the Avenger and the Prometheus mean that if you have a combination weapon system mounting both, your lead is totally different, because one projectile will reach a designated spatial position much later than the other. Is it like when Zeros could turn on a dime but they had pretty bad speed? Well, that gets into sort of the classic questions of dogfighting, and those vary completely depending on what sort of Alright, these are Nephilim. I really need heavy missiles for this.
On our way.
Do I have 35 seconds? No, I don't. I think I'm gonna have to engage with guns only. Well, I think that is a bit of a different thing. I suppose I'm talking about just the general idea of engaging a target at point-blank range, whereas it could be at distance, while they are moving laterally to you. And basically, the closer they are laterally to you, the greater angle per second you must be able to rotate in order to keep a proper lead on your target. Whereas, for example, look at this. The Shaitan, the Nephilim are actually moving quite fast, but because they are thousands of meters away, I am able to cover what is essentially several hundred meters by only tilting my joystick a little bit. And that is sort of the implication of I guess, angular measurements. Box 2. And that should be it. Nope. Alright. Oh! Let's dive away and get a good lock. The Hope is actually doing a very good job with its blob guns, destroying these heavy bombers, because they can't maneuver worth a damn. I know I have a fighter on my tail. What? What went up? What was lost?
Aqualay communications.
Oh no!
Destroyed. Return to base.
Oh no! Oh no! I should have assigned all of my fighters to escort the Aqualay. I apologize, wingmates.
There was nothing you could do to preserve the Aqualay. There was too little time, and a Lucifer is too powerful. Fortunately, you were able to save some of the escape pods.
Wait, what?
Survivors thank you and look forward to the chance to avenge the destruction
Oh.
of the Aqualay.
You can't save the installation, but you can save the communication terminal. Try your hardest to kill the bombers before they can launch missiles at it. Don't be afraid to switch targets, even if you haven't finished off one of the bombers. Okay, let's replay that mission. So I got a little too cocky there.
The beta.
Let's commit. We know what the Lucifer's gonna do, so we're gonna wait before the blast radius damages us.
Escape pod. It doesn't look like we're gonna make it.
Alright, let's see if we can get those friendlies on our scope so our fighters can immediately begin protecting the escape pods. So yeah, there was nothing we could do to save this, but the relay station we should have been able to protect, and that was utterly
Those escape
a
pods.
failure on my part, wingmates.
Presence detected.
Alpha 1 will take his blame where it's due. I should have been a better commander for my wing. Alright, let's protect escape. Friendly, 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 friendly. Escape 3. 5.
Support ship being deployed.
Oh, whatever, support ship can deploy. I keep hitting that button. All wings, protect escape pod. So since we are not running an energy-hungry setup, I'm actually going to divert power to shields and engines. That way I have a little bit more speed, but because the power draw on the Prometheus and the Avenger is so low, we should not have an issue. Alright, the dragons are back. Let's use our long-range missiles to hopefully destroy the dragons. Here we go. Let's see if that twin hits. Alright.
Escape 1 has been destroyed. Escape 2 did
That
not
dragon was down. Let's see if we can get a lock on this one. We're still 1,000 away. Alright, let's lead the target. Let's stop and fire. Maybe we will get enough of a hit. Yes, we're maintaining lead. No, he dodged it at the last second. So you are best off dodging missiles when they're close to you, because again, that whole angular versus linear travel. We have a lock.
Enemy wing has just arrived.
All right. Another wing. I hope my wingmates cover that while I wrestle with the dragon. Little Smog here just doesn't know when to quit. Oh, did you see that? Did you see that maneuver? This guy knows how to dive. You even see my shots bouncing off of the shielding. That's how tough the shields on this thing are. We need to boost. All right. Here we go, here we go. Maybe we'll even get a lock on him. We got a lock. Let's see if that hits. Yes! Perfect. Okay, we have fallen far behind the pods. He was good, not good enough. Yes, I am the last fighter standing. Right, we're gonna wait till we rearm, because we need those missiles. Uh-oh.
Enemy targets.
Okay, those are basilisks. My wingmates can handle that. In the meantime, I'm going to do some command. Let's see here. Where are the escape pods? All fighters, protect my target. So this is definitely a team player sort of game.
Rearming complete, sir.
You absolutely cannot... Okay, we now have 8 missiles in our rack again, so we will be ready for any Shivan bombers that come back onto the field. Which should be waves of Nephilim and then Shaitans towards the end. Okay, Escape 3 and 4 are going to make it. Although Escape 3 is doing very poorly. I apologize about the screen vibration. The afterburners that I'm using to make it faster are quite intense. I suppose while we're at it, this is what they look like. I should not do that because I might run into the Hope. All right, here they come. Scorpion. So these are all fighters inbound.
Humans appear to be going after the Aquile communications station. That station is critical for communication in this sector.
Protect the communication station until we can take position
Okay.
to defend it ourselves.
All fighters, protect my target.
I'm on it.
So now all of our fighters should be covering this Aquile station, which although it has some sentry guns, these sentry guns are absolute garbage. They might as well not exist. Okay, so these Shaitans are a serious problem. Let's get a missile lock on them. Let's fire off. And let's switch to both our guns. Let's see if he can dodge that. Nope, he couldn't. Alright, let's break up their formation by recklessly flying into the heart of fire. Oh. Sometimes it's not can you destroy them fast enough, it's can you disrupt their ability to lock on. That is sometimes all that matters. And in the case of the Shaitan, you could do either. But you simply don't have enough lock-on time to get all of them at once. Right, next Shaitan. If any have survived. Right, the Aquile relay is at 64. The main vulnerability of the Aquile relay is that it has very few blob guns on it, so it's very bad at actually intercepting any bombs that get sent towards it. Alright, so this is the part where we messed up last time. We spent too long waiting for a rearm, instead of going ahead and ripping the Nephilim apart. Let's get into missile range and start hitting the Nephilim. We should be getting into gun range as soon as our lead indicator pops up. I want to bring down the shields so that the missile is a one-hit, one-kill situation. Let's bounce. Ah, we've evaded. We were at high deflection to that particular missile. Alright, fighters. No, I don't care about fighters. Give me the Nephilim. They are the threat. They are what we need to destroy. Come on, do we have a lock? We have a lock. I have no time. Box 2. Damn it. That was I should have deflected more. No matter. No, we have to balance shields. There we go. Pull away, that blast will just mess us up pretty bad. Especially piloting a Valkyrie. Oh. Alright, we evaded that missile. Ah! We keep getting hit. Those... Oh my god, what is this barrage? Ooh, this is bad. We are losing aft shields. Who is shooting at me? At least it's not my wingmates who are getting shot at. Can I please get some assistance here? Alright, it's just you and me then. Switching to Avenger. Come on, wingmates. Damn it. Where is this enemy wing? Oh, I see they're joining them. Come on. Stay in my sights. Blasted fighter escort. Come on. Almost got you. You're just a manticore. There we go. Stay in the lead. Almost. Come on! Alright, I have no time for this. I need to get the Nephilim. Alright, let's get a lock. Damn it. Fire! At least we used our lock before. Ah! That manticore fired both racks at us. Here comes the missile. I'm running low on countermeasures. Who is shooting at me? Hull is down to 33. We need to be very careful here. Damn. Right, I need to pull back and take a long shot. I simply cannot handle the Nephilim on my own. Let me get a lock. No, I'm out of ammo. I only have guns available right now. Come on. And there goes the Nephilim. Alright, balance shields. It seems I am far enough of the main group that it is literally just me fighting all of the Shivans at once. Oh, we succeeded. Okay. So the Hope has maneuvered right next to the communications ship. So now it is relatively safe from bomber attacks. Alright. We are done with this scenario. Woo! I think I need to drink some of my simulated water here.
There was nothing you could do to preserve the Aquilay. There was too little time and the Lucifer is too powerful. Fortunately, you were able to save some of the escape pods. The survivors thank you and look forward to the chance to avenge the destruction of the Aquilay. By protecting the Beta Aquilay communications terminal, we are able to keep in contact with our forces in the outer systems. Losing the communication terminal would have been a severe blow. Well done, pilot. For continued service to the Alliance, we are awarding you the Good Conduct Medal. Keep it up.
Very nice. We're getting a bit of a head pat here. Oh, I love head pats. All right, we have a good. Well, we have 3 good conduct medals. Wonderful. Okay. I think I have it in me to do at least one more of these scenarios, but we are burning through the campaign.
We have now lost vital ground to the Shivans in the Antares system and Sirius. The number of systems between the Shivans and Earth are dwindling fast. Fortunately, we were able to save the Beta Aquilay communications terminal. Aside from that single post, we have lost communications with every outer colony. The following transmission was picked up by the Terran listening outpost in the Beta Aquilay system.
We are a group of Basuda refugees seeking the assistance of any Terran ships. We are on board a Basuda science outpost when it was destroyed by the Shivans. We managed to land on this uncharted planet when our escape pod lost power. It's uninhabited, but we uncovered the remains of an ancient civilization. They were neither Terran, nor Basudan, nor Shivan. Our scanning equipment was able to locate a storage device of some sort. It was heavily protected, which suggests it stores something quite valuable. Possibly information or technology. We are attempting Shivan weapons. This is difficult to believe, considering the age of the remains, but the evidence is conclusive. What we ask is for rescue and an escort away from this planet. Our scientists are not normally a superstitious group, but having one's homeworld destroyed tends to shake your beliefs. Please send an armed rescue as soon as possible to these coordinates.
Yeah, a destroyed homeworld is certainly,
Your next series of missions will require
Ouch.
both massive firepower and intelligence. For this reason, I am assigning Alpha 1 to lead these missions. We will be attempting to rescue the Vasudan refugees from Altair. This mission will be facilitated by the new subspace drive we have received. For years, the GTA has tried to give a fighter the ability to do intersystem jumps. After monitoring the Beta Aquila engagement, the GTA science colony at Sol has finally been able to solve the puzzle. All GTA fighters are currently being equipped with intersystem subspace drives.
so this is why we needed carrier craft to deliver fighters between
Research and
systems.
development have nearly completed Project Ursa, which should be our best bet at defeating the Shivan Lucifer destroyer. For those of you that haven't been keeping up, Project Ursa is an attempt to make a new type of heavy bomber capable of carrying the Harbinger bomb. We expect that a wing of Ursa's will be available to you on your return trip from Altair.
The Ursa is a fantastic
The Harbinger
bomber.
will assist us greatly in any attacks against capital ships. Until recently, Harbingers were reserved for planetary attacks only. With this project nearing completion, we may be able to finally defeat the Lucifer.
And we will be getting a bomb that actually is worth something more than the tsunami that we were using previously. It took 20 of those to sink the Eva.
You may or may not want to use the new Disruptor missile to assist you in the next few missions. It is the only missile in our arsenal which allows us to completely shut down a cruiser for a short amount of time. It's definitely worth a look. Details are in the tech room.
I very rarely have used the Disruptor, especially if it's only an anti-cruiser missile. I am not willing to take away some of my precious munition slots or for something that is incredibly situational. So let's see what the scenario
As
is.
you already know, the Shivans have begun a massive offensive. They
Oh,
have
that's a lot of
completely cut us
forces.
off from all of the outer colonies and have our forces confined to 9 systems that form the heart of Terran space. However, in what used to be Vasudan space at Altair, a group of Vasudan refugees has apparently unearthed records from a long-dead civilization. Terran Command believes the information in these records to be of great importance. We have located one potential weak point in the Shivan barrier encircling us. The Deneb jump node to the Altair system is being guarded by only one cruiser, the Zenith. The Zenith is currently on patrol with just 2 wings of Shivan fighters, the Arjuna Interceptors and the Rama Superiority fighters. However, we believe they are able to call in reinforcements. Your primary objective will be to destroy the Zenith. Take out the Zenith's communication system first to prevent it from calling in reinforcements. If you're unable to do that, go after all weapon systems, including turrets and missile launchers. Alpha Wing will provide cover for the bombers. Gamma Wing will assist Alpha and will attempt to take out the communication system on Zenith. Beta will be equipped with tsunami bombs and will be targeting suspected weak points on the Zenith's hull. After you have completed these tasks, stand by for further orders. Good luck, Alpha 1.
Okay. So it appears this time we will be escorting allied bombers as opposed to being the bombers ourselves. So let's take a look. So we need to basically disarm the cruiser and then destroy it. But really, we're here to destroy it. Now the comms system, if we want to take it out, we will need to destroy the subsystem very quickly, which typically implies a subsystem destruction weapon. So for that, we could fly we could fly a bomber ourselves, because there's technically nothing preventing us from flipping the bird to command and completely swapping these squadrons around. I definitely approve of having Gamma run the Herc, Because this is not an interception mission. This is a raw dogfight to the death. So if anything, I would want to equip get Alpha with the remaining Hercs, if possible. So let's take a look at what Beta is armed with right now. So Beta is running the Tsunami, of which we have very few reserves left, which is very unfortunate. It means they will be rather ineffective. So I think I will actually leave this to the AI wingmates. They do have anti-subsystem bombs, and they do have these synaptic bombs, which are cluster weapons, but they are dumbfire, and they are very hard to use. First time you pull the trigger, it launches a dumbfire rocket, and then the second time you pull the trigger, it explodes in an area of effect sphere. And that is very hard to get right, especially with the depth of... getting the depth right. If there was a visual aid for that, like with a targeting computer, I'm sure that would be better, but at the same time, that begs the question, why can this not be a guided munition? It would be absolutely devastating against bomber formations if used correctly. So I think Beta is fine, and they are running Avengers, which is really what they should be using for hull busting. Let's see. So this is... I don't know how I feel about this, but the Gamma Wing is running... It's running the Banshee mixed with a Disruptor. I actually think that's fine, because the primary quadruple mount is the Banshee, and the Disruptor, which will pretty much only be useful for taking out subsystems, which is actually very helpful. That will... This is an okay combo for an AI wingmate. Now, personally, because I am somewhat challenged at flying in a good way, I'm gonna run a Herc. I don't care what my wingmates run, but I am running the Hercules. So Alpha is running an Avenger and a Prometheus, which is a perfectly functional combination of weapons. And they're running Hornet Swarm missiles, which is also acceptable. So I'm just going to adjust my ride here. I, however, will probably be dogfighting, and there are no Banshees left to spare for me. And no Avengers. Oh, I don't like that at all. I have the Flail available. I guess I'm just gonna have to run the Prometheus and go with quad fire. Ugh, I wish I didn't have to run it this way. Now, you know what? Gamma 1, you don't need a Banshee. I'm gonna take that. You can have a Prometheus, because you're so cool. Alright, and then Alpha is gonna take the Banshee, or slot 1, so that I can bust Sheev and shields very quickly. This might be a bad setup, but let's try it out. Alright, and these are... They're Furies, they're unguided. I want Hornets. Or I want something better than that. Since we are not really fighting bombers here, I'm gonna take these Hornets. Alright, I think we are loaded for bear. Let's do this. Alright, so we have 2 dragons. They'll be a little hard to fight in the Herc, but I think I have them. With that quadruple Banshee, this will be good. And I do have pretty sufficient energy reserves for my guns running the Herc. Oh, here come the missiles. There we go. Alright, there we go. Let's see what we can do with this dragon. One of the nice things about the quad guns is while you probably are wasting a lot of firepower, you do get a bit of a scattershot effect to each of your volleys, which means that if you're not a precise shooter, which is sort of what I am, right, we'll fire dual interceptors for this. So the interceptor, as you can see, is locking on a lot faster than the Phoenix 4 that we were using in the last mission, which is very nice for a dogfight scenario. We have a lock, firing 2. There we go. Dragon down. Now let's get rid of these fighters before we do anything else. We've already lost Gamma 1. He must have taken a lot of missile fire. Yes, they really do melt like butter with the quad Banshees. They really shred the shields. awful power hungry, but worth it. Right, so the only hostile left is the Lilith. All fighters, disarm my target.
Disarming your target.
Actually, let's destroy the comms. All fighters, destroy the subsystem.
Sir, attacking your target.
So I've done a little bit more of an obscure command, but it's also just as useful, which is, there we go. So 2 interceptors will take out a lot of enemies in one blow. And interceptors are a lot better at maneuvering against fighters. Oh, look at that. That just melts away with quadruple banshees. Very worth it. I'm really glad I stole those guns from Gamma 1, who's already dead. He wasn't going to use them anyways. He was fated to die. I'm just putting them to much better use. Alright, now it's just... Let me switch to missiles I like a little less. Oh, good. I'm out of everything but Hornets. So the comms are down. So all fighters, disarm my target. It's actually probably gonna go up in smoke fairly soon. Oh no, it's a Lilith class. So this was what I have been talking about all game. Look at the darker coloration of this cruiser. It is a Lilith, which means it is significantly tougher. Alright, I'm gonna protect my wingmates while they disarm the cruiser. Because normally the canes pop like nothing, even to fighters, which is a bit embarrassing for a cruiser. But the Lilith is still holding at 84, so we definitely need bomber runs. So I'm gonna switch to my Avenger, which does more hull damage. It does twice as much hull damage as the Banshee for far less energy. So this spot behind the engine is a weak point where most of the blob turrets can't get you. If the blob turrets are disabled especially. Oh, there's another cruiser in the area. With fighter wing. Yeah, the Lilith has way more health. Look at it. It's at 75 only. Alright, let's get that fighter. Let's get those fighters that are coming in. Wait, what? Hammer of Light. Okay, they're quite a ways away, so we have time to hammer away at the... In fact, I'm gonna rearm.
Sir, on our way.
So the Hammer of Light is a rogue of a student faction. Despite there being a ceasefire with the Terran Alliance, I'm just gonna deadfire these missiles. They should be able to impact. Alright, all fighters, disable my target.
Yes, sir.
Oh, no,
Target.
that one. All fighters, disable my target.
Sir. Disabling target.
We don't want it to jump away. Oh, who's shooting at me? Alright, our support craft is coming in with our missiles. And it appears the Hammer of Light is almost upon us. They are... Oh yeah, they're on top of us. Let's get that docking in. Alright, rearming. Or...
Rearming complete, sir.
Are you serious? That's all the interceptors you had available for me? I need more munitions. Oh, what was that? Alright, we are back to facing shielded fighters, so now we need the Banshees again. Although these fighters do not have much shielding at all. Just like the Terrans, the Vasudans, this is just their introduction to shield tech. I'm not wasting my missile on one of these Ottens. The Otten is not a very good craft. Its razor-thin profile makes it hard to hit in many circumstances, but that's about all it has going for it. Oh! And as you can see, the Banshee has completely drained my gun reserves, so I'm gonna need to wait a second here. I'm gonna switch to Hornets for this interception. Let's see, there we go, firing. I didn't even get a lock. Let's fire 2. There we go. Let's take a look at that. Damn it, the Hornets are terrible missiles. I should just always run interceptors. Okay, the Lilith is at 44. The Lilith is disabled. Her engine is almost disabled. She has a 4% engine. We have switched to Avenger, and we're just going to hammer away at her. This is just a matter... A little too fast, yeah. Yeah, I think the Zenith is basically disarmed, except for that blob turret. Where is that blob turret? I'm gonna knock this blob turret out. Ah. Alright, come on, come on. She's getting there. Oh, there's the ventral gun. Shields forward. Do a swing by. Balance our shields, balance our shields, balance our shields. Here we go, here we go. No, that is not what I want to target. I want to target the laser turrets. Alright. Okay, she is about to blow. All fighters, form on me.
I'm on it.
We need to be really careful with this. I think I'm gonna just try to fire off some missiles, and maybe that will take care of her. I really don't want to lose any wingmates to the blast. There goes there's the Zenith. What a beautiful sight. Yeah, oh, missile lock. A huge shout out to the developers of Freespace Open for making these beautiful effects shine for such an old game. Alright, let's switch back to the Banshee.
Taking damage. Request cover.
So as I keep forgetting to say, scrolling at the bottom of the game screen is a bunch of links to some of the sites associated with the Freespace Open project, most notably the wiki page, which is a great introductory point for and reference for a lot of the materials, including the tables that I used to determine that the Avenger was one of the optimal guns. Oh, okay. Destroy Benedict. Oh, that's an interesting code name for a cruiser. Right, all fighters, disarm my target.
Yes, sir, disarming your target.
Let's call in support while we're here.
Roger, sir. On our way.
Alright, we have time. The Benedict is very far. But yeah, the wiki is very good, and the Knossos launcher that is mentioned is, in essence... I'm gonna have my wingmates wait.
Wing has just arrived.
Oh, now we have to take them out as soon as possible. But the Knossos launcher is basically an all-in-one mod management solution. So as long as you have the Freespace 2 executable, either from GOG...
Rearming sequence aborted.
Alright, we're not gonna rearm. As long as you have it from either... Oh man, my wingmates are not doing well here. Form on my wing.
I'm on it.
Alright, let's get those Ottens. They were ripping up our wingmates. We should be able to handle them no problem with the Hurk and its massive forward firepower. Got a lock, we got a lock. Let's see what we can do here. And we've drained our guns again. Banshee is not a gun you want to be trigger happy with. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Damn. Someone's on my tail. Where the hell are my wingmates? Come on, you are nothing but flame and smoke. Alright, looks like it's nothing but the Benedict. Alright. All fighters, destroy my target. Alright, switching to a gun that doesn't eat all of my ammo. Let's just hammer away with Hornets. As you can see, this particular vessel is simply being shredded. Alright, it's getting dangerously close to popping. Let's pull back. There we go. And she's going up.
Great job, Alpha One. Looks like the sector is clear. Stand by for new orders.
New orders? Well, good thing I have a lot of hull left over. Ooh, this is...
Need to begin the...
Oh, that was interrupted.
As you already know, we are sending scientists to the Altair system to investigate records found on Altair 4. Command hopes they will aid us in our war with the Shevans. The Rosetta is currently carrying the scientists. It will rendezvous with 2 transports Omega 1, and Omega 2. All 3 ships should be arriving within a few minutes. Omega Wing will dock with the Rosetta as soon as they arrive. Oversee this personal transfer, then escort Omega 1 and Omega 2 to the jump node.
Okay, so we are starting with all damage and all munitions depleted. Yes, those are indeed very fantastic destruction effects. And all of the high-definition remasters of the cutscenes are also to be commended. Simply because you can see everything in them. It's truly an amazing rework.
I'm out of missiles. Calling in a support ship.
As am I, Gamma, as am I.
Support ship being deployed.
Okay, what is going on here? What friendlies do we have in the area? So we have everything we had before. And I'm not quite sure who we're supposed to be escorting to where. But this is another one of those missions where your previous results will either make this much harder or much easier. I've switched... Oh, there's the Rosetta. All fighters, protect my target.
I'm on it.
Alright. I'm gonna hang behind a little bit. Simply because I need to rearm in order to get more interceptors and more hornets. And I really hope I actually get filled up completely this time. Yeah, those support ships are actually surprisingly large, but they are chock full of munitions. I do love the way the Herc looks. It's a very brutal ship, and this dagger spine on the bottom is very nice. Alright, here we go. Bombers, shaitans. Almost good that I hung back. Let me crank my engines to full, just so I can get there faster. I'm gonna use twin interceptors for this. Yeah, it does have a very shmup look to it. Alright, let's balance our guns once again. Alright, the Banshees should make short work of the shaitans. He's already in flames. Come on, stay with him, stay with him. Stay with him. There we go. Here comes another shaitan. Fire! That didn't finish him. Damn it. Come on. And we're out of... There we go. So we have to protect this science ship. It's of the classification GTSC Faustus, or Galactic Terran Science Ship. Pretty much every single weapon, every single vehicle, and every single, I suppose, support system has a GT designation for the Terrans. And for the Vasudans, it is a PV for a Parliamentary Vasudan, which represents their form of government. Alright, let's get these next shaitans. Alright. We already got a lock. Let's make you dodge, buddy. Got a smack on his lower shielding. Come on, eat banshees. There we go, melting away those shields. There we are. You're no longer a... Oh, that was a detonation. Missiles away. Alright, we've got his shielding damaged. And we're dry, switching to Avenger. And firing Hornets. Too little, too late. Didn't even get a lock on them.
Omega 1 docking. Operation ETC, 90 seconds.
Alright, our Banshee should be recharged by the next engagement. Oh man, that recharge rate is really low. Okay, so now the transports are docking with the Faustus in order to prepare for personnel transfer. More shaitans inbound. We have 7 interceptors left, which is enough for 3.5 volleys. Which should be enough for this fight. I'm gonna switch to Hornets for close-in work, though. There we go. Lock, fire with a lead. Here we go, impact. Oh, I should not be outplaying. That eats all of my energy. But, you know what? This guy's not dodging, so an alpha strike is in order. There he goes.
Omega 1 docking
Okay, Omega 1 is loaded. Why are they doing this transfer operation here in the middle of nowhere? Once again, I'm out of ammo. So yeah, the reactors of pretty much any fighter will support the Avenger, whereas the Banshee requires a significant amount of power reserve in order to keep functioning. Alright. We need to get back to the Omega transports, because we never know which direction the Shivans will come from.
Enemy wing just arrived.
Here they come. Alright, let's get back to our missiles. Should be within about 1,000 and change that we get a lock. Getting close, we're getting close.
Omega 2 docking. Operation ETC, 90 seconds.
So the range on these is, okay, 1,250 is the lock-on range. The one advantage of the Banshee, other than shield damage, is the velocity, so you can definitely shoot more accurately at range with the Banshee. And with the quadruple pattern available on the Herc, you actually have a fairly good shotgun spread. Firing. That was a waste of missiles. Can we get support?
Roger, sir. On our way.
I have a feeling this mission is far from over. Alright, where is... We need to find Omega. Omega 1. And we'll have all fighters protect Omega 1.
Omega 2 docking completed. Proceeding to jump node.
Okay, where are the fighters? Oh, they're quite a ways away. Okay. Let me form my fighters back on me.
I'm on it.
Looks like we're gonna have to face these alone for now.
It's the Lucifer arriving.
What? The Lucifer is here? That is a problem. Oh no, the missiles. I hope the blob turrets can defend the Rosetta. Okay, good. One of the that explosion was one of the bomber missiles going up. That was a second one. Hopefully the third one.
The Lucifer is launching fighters and a transport.
Oh, that shockwave from the bombs. Okay. No. Oh, the Rosetta is taking a lot of fire. Oh, how did that happen? How did that happen? What did I even collide with? Alright, we're gonna have to do that one again. I'll do this scenario and then I'll finish up for the transmission. Whew. Apologies, this is a bit of a endurance run. Alright, we're gonna wait for the Faustus to arrive. In the meantime, we're reloading.
Roger, sir. On our way.
Hello, Shady Guy. I'm glad you're enjoying the game and you think that it's quite ill. Yeah, the reskin with the open source work done on it is just fantastic. So I've made a mistake. The Omegas were fine. It was the Faustus that was always in trouble. So all fighters protect the Rosetta. I keep calling it the Faustus because that's its class. I guess in particular, the Herc kind of looks like an R-type fighter without the Force module. Yeah. I think there's a definite homage to many sci-fi craft in all of these designs. The Herc is just a beautiful, beautiful design in my opinion. And the Herc 2 is a waste. The sequel is definitely not better than the original when it comes to the Hercules. Okay, we actually have a proper missile loadout.
Rearming complete, sir.
Here they come, more Shaitans. We've got our twin interceptors ready to go. And we're waiting for that magical 1.25K. Or that lock-on. Lock-on away. Next bomber. Lock-on away. Next bomber. Nah, I should have concentrated fire on them. There we go, that one went down. Come on, give me some speed here. Switching to Hornet. I keep forgetting the Hornet has a lock-on time. Oh, I was right next to a missile that went off. Oh, jeez. Okay, switching back to interceptors. Looks too smooth. Yeah, the Herc 2, they really wreck the aesthetics. The Herc looks imposing because of how chunky it is. But when you smooth it out, it starts looking like the not the Ulysses, the what's the advanced fighter you get to use at the very end? I forget its name. The Ghost? Or Phantom? Something like that, something like that. Right, give me that 1.2 lock-on range. Here we go. Lock-on complete. And before we waste more ammo, let's switch to Hornets. Let's get him. Come on. He's almost down. And I'm out of munitions. Come on. Alright. Bomber down. Next bomber. Let's get a lock on him. And fire off Hornets. And hopefully they will hit. Unnecessary.
Omega 1 docking. Operation ETC, 90 seconds.
Ooh. So yeah, the Omegas were definitely red herrings when it comes to what you have to protect in this mission. It remains the Rosetta that is highly vulnerable. Although I'm going to guess at the last minute there will be a very unpleasant situation where one of the Omegas will explode due to my carelessness. I simply don't have the wingmates to assign to any of the, to protecting the transports. Alright. Just as before, 1.2 lock-on fire, switch to Hornets. Firing, switching to Hornets. Giving this guy a smattering of gunfire. There we go. That should crack fairly shortly. Perfect.
Omega 1 docking completed.
Alright. We have a lock on the Shaitan firing Hornets. Those missiles are so bad. Why? That guidance system is garbage. This really reminds me of the, I believe, Mark 14 torpedo of the historical United States Navy of the early Second World War. There was a tale of, essentially the issue was that the torpedo was issued with a magnetic detonator, which is supposed to detonate in the presence of ferromagnetic materials such as warship hulls, or just any ship hull in general. And those were so poorly made that essentially the torpedoes were all useless. And keep in mind, a torpedo just besides the detonator and warhead itself is in essence a small motor car. It has a motor, it has fuel tanks, it has a lot of engineering going into a weapon like that. So you simply cannot afford to waste torpedoes that way, and yet all of them were without any significant kills. And that is how I feel with this blasted Hornet missile. I would rather use the dumbfire warhead than use this atrocious piece of equipment. This is the Mark 14 of Freespace 1. This is Kuso, garbage missile. I do not know how to describe missile in a compound word for in Japanese to call this a garbage missile. But perhaps I'll ask someone later.
Enemy wing has just arrived.
There come more of them. Just in time for the Hornets to prove themselves unworthy of being...
Proceeding to jump node.
Okay, good. Omega 2 is moving on. We just have to keep knocking out these Shaitans. Oh, thank you. That would be much appreciated. Kuso missile technique. Alright, there we go. Let's use our six gun array while we still have munitions to shred this guy. There we go, there we go. Alright, next Shaitan. Let's try the Hornets again. Let's let them lock. Let's let them lock. Fire. Okay, that worked because it was stationary. This Shaitan's about to pop. Alright. Oh, what's this? A scorpion. Oh.
The Lucifer is launching fighters at our transports.
Oh, no. We need to... We need to protect Omega. All fighters, protect my target. Alright, we are cranking all power to our engines, and we are burning hard. We will probably lose Omega 1. We are literally 14 kilometers away from the nearest Scorpion. We are not gonna make it in time to save transport Omega 1. Come on, where the hell are my wingmates? Kusomiso. That doesn't sound right either. Yeah, I think a native or native level speaker may have to be asked for the nuance in sort of these, Okay, the Rosetta has survived. I don't know about Omega, though. We're only 8k away, and we are ripping apart our afterburners. This thing is gonna go into deep repair after we return. Come on. I really don't like the fact that we are approaching the Lucifer. Although, as with all Freespace 1 ships, the Lucifer has somewhat dismal anti-fighter armament. Especially considering the placement of its blob turrets. Alright. 2,000 away. This is not bad. We may actually make this in time. Let's switch to a more reliable missile. Oh. Firing. We're switching to singles and going for the Banshee. Alright, here we are, rigged on the Banshee. And now I need to put all my power back to where it was.
Sector 6, pilot.
So because I am facing 2 Scorpions, I'm gonna have to dance around with them for a while. But at least it's protecting Omega 1. Ah, come on. Ah, gonna have to switch to the Avenger. Yeah, the Avenger is always a welcome backup. It is your eternal friend in this campaign. Damn, missed him. He went on a dead-on approach, and the missile shot right past him.
Omega here. We're taking massive damage.
Omega's gonna blow. We had no chance to save it.
Omega 1 has been destroyed.
Alright. Let's try to protect the Omega 2. F5.
Roger, sir. On our way.
All fighters, protect my target.
Watch your back, sir.
Oop. Uh-oh. Who is attacking?
Enemy wing has just arrived.
More fighters, wonderful. Here we go. I have no missiles to speak of. This is gonna be a gunfight to the end. You know, the Hercules reminds me of the Corsair 2. What was the designation? It was that particular 20th century Navy jetcraft with quadruple... I believe it had rotary autocannons. Alright, that Scorpion is down. What's going on here? Alright, so Omega 2 is under protection.
New bandits in the area.
There is Omega 2. If we fail to protect him, we are quite doomed. So it looks like the A7, it's the one with the nose intake under the radome in the front, or under the nose, I suppose. Is it the A7? Or is the A7 the Sparrowhawk? Okay then, A7 it will be.
Impressive, pilot.
I do not have a reference available, and I'm currently too busy with this furball. So the Basilisk is 4k away. Ooh. I could really use some support. Let's switch back to our Banshees now that we've reloaded. Here we go. It might be the F8. It's specifically, I'm referring to the Corsair 2. And I think it was manufactured by Vought. Or was it by Vought? All of those old manufacturers that ended up merging into Boeing or McDonnell Douglas or one of the other remaining major conglomerates that existed at the 21st century. Those are definitely something that is difficult to remember at times, especially in the thick of combat. I wasn't expecting to have to answer my own trivia questions here. There we go. Where's the next Sheevan? Show me Adam. Let's give those Banshees a chance to breathe. Oh. I think our friendlies have that Scorpion. This is an endurance mission. Alright, Omega 2 is out.
Pilots, this mission is finished. Jump back to base.
Alright, we're out of here. Okay, at least one of the scientist groups has survived.
A crucial transport was lost. We hope the one that managed to get through will be adequate to recover the information from Altair 4. We relied on you to safeguard the transit of the scientists, and you were only marginally successful. We expect better in the future. The crew of the Rosetta sends their thanks. When the Lucifer jumped in, they all but gave up hope of survival. Your squadron was able to hold off the enemy, and that is most impressive. For this, you are awarded the Commendation Medal.
Oh, well, it looks like the Rosetta was not important. That was just a bonus objective. Well, at least we protected her. Oh well, we got a Commendation Medal out of it. But I really wish Command would have given us more fighters for such an important task. Then there would have been a squadron to assign to protect both of the Omegas. Ah, yes, the Crusader's nickname. The Last Gunfighter. I definitely remember that one. Yeah, lots of autocannons. Nothing quite like the rat-a-tat-tat of heavy shells. Okay, and I think I have worn out my fuel reserves here, and I will save this cutscene for another time. Oh! I do not have the HD pack for this. This is the Bastion's main hall, I believe. I really love games of this particular vintage because now I am completely lost, and I have absolutely no idea which of these menu elements is which menu element, because I would like to exit, and I can't find the... Oh, there's the exit. The exit is now a lift from the ground. Brilliant. Very creative, but also very frustrating sometimes. Alright. Let's shut down the simulation. There we are. Okie dokie. Oh, wow. That was a bit of a endurance operation. But I think I am improving in my capabilities against these against the Sheevans. Did have to redo a few missions, but that sort of happens when you don't know the meta for any particular operation. I really should have assigned Gamma Wing to protect Omega 1. They would have more than been able to handle some of the Scorpions. But you live, you learn, and on a different replay, you try better. That was quite a marathon, and I've been rambling this whole time. But thank you, wingmates, for accompanying me during my little oh goodness, what would I even call it? My battle here. I just hope that everyone had a bit of fun watching some old school shooting action. Or simulator shooter action. And I'll throw on, I think I will throw the links for the wiki onto the chat box. Let me pull those up here real quick. And Freespace wiki. Okay. Come on, there we go. Okay. So for anyone interested, here you can find an excellent source of information, and the second link that I will be dumping in we'll have Knossos, and this thing is a lifesaver. It really just, it has made getting into the Freespace mod community very, very easy. Actually, let me go back to the game screen real quick, and maybe, so, Freespace has a very healthy mod community, and some of the mods include things like Battlestar Galactica. So if I could actually capture Knossos, that would be perfect. Come on, wakey wakey. Let's see here. Let me do a cut here. Come on. Behave, capture, behave. Okay, well, I think that may not be feasible at the moment. Window. Let's try that one. I have a filter on that. Oh my goodness. Let's crank up the opacity. Here we go, here we go. Let's see. Why aren't you behaving? Capture. Oh, I see. I have a crop. I apologize. Alright, much better, much better. So this is... Let me make a cut here. I hope you guys can see it, but this is the Knossos mod manager. And here are the mods that I have installed on my particular instance. And what I have been playing is this Freespace Port Media VPS. And Media VPS is the project for improving the graphical fidelity and all of the effects. It's essentially like a drop-in replacement for all of the models and the like. Hyper-detailed models as opposed to the originals. And as you can see, there's even a co-op system here. It's a little hard to get running depending on your setup, but I know I've had much better luck with the Freespace 2 co-op, where you can basically play this game with your friends, at least the campaign missions with your friends. But this does have an excellent dog-fighting multiplayer mode, where you can also play scenarios in co-op. But if we look at the mod list itself, there are a lot of mods. Here, I'm just going to quickly scroll through them. But a lot of these are actual campaigns that people have taken their time and energy to do scripting, and in some cases do voice acting. Like if you take a look here, we have a Babylon project. Here, let's take a look at the details. Look, they have the Star Fury and the Pirate atmospheric fighter. And as you can see, these are often, look, it was updated only in January last, which is very impressive for these kinds of mods. So there are missions, there are campaigns, and you get all of the craft, and the capital ships are also modeled. So that is only one example. Then you have campaigns like this, like Awakenings, where it's a modification or an extension of the current game, of the Shivan timeline, I suppose. There we have Battlecruiser Archangel, which, as you can see, has some Battlestar Galactica vessels. This one's a little old. Let's see if we can find a newer. Oh, Beyond the Red Line. I think this one might be newer. No. This is a fairly old, but at least it's compatible with Knossos mod for Battlestar Galactica. Yes, Blue Planet. So this one is a very popular reimagining of what happened to Earth after the events of the Shivan War. So in general, there's an incredible amount of content available for the FSO engine. Ooh, Diaspora. Is this a newer? No, again, these updates, I think these mods were finished a while ago. But they still work. So yes, there you go. There's a rich community out there. I'm going to close off Knossos. Alright, let's go back to the chat screen. Okay. Well, I certainly hope that showed a little bit of what is out there for Freespace. It is a small community, but I think it is a very capable community, and I hope that maybe this point is pointing it out to any of my viewers. And I'm sorry I missed some of your guys' messages. I was busy with pointing that out. Oh, thank you guys. I definitely am glad I've had you here. Alright, wingmates, I've run out of energy, so let me see if there is anyone that we could raid at this late hour. Who is in my IFF transponder logs? Okay. Let's see. Old-timey computers is on, but I generally don't want to raid anything that is of that sort of variety. Is anyone doing a secret YouTube stream? Not on my IFF list. Okay, that is more than acceptable. Niwa is on? Let me see here. Oh, you know what? I am always very on a live stream. I never feel like interrupting during a live broadcast, even though I know people love announcing follows. But that is a personal thing. Okay, I think we can raid Niwa. Let me see here. Ad locked. Always ad locked. Let's see, what is Niwa doing tonight? Dark Souls, ooh. Dark Souls is always a fun game. Yes, I always forget to follow myself. Oh, Shady! I'm glad you had a chance to catch me. I apologize if my hours are not fitting for your particular time zone, but unfortunately events conspire to make me a bit of a late-night streamer for what one would consider the contiguous United States. But that sort of is the way it is sometimes. Okay, wingmates, I think we have a raid target. Feel free to join you and your fellow raiders at Niwatori's channel for some Dark Souls. Here we go. Let me fire up the raid message. You always, as always, you're not obligated to raid, but feel free to join in. Don your power armor, load up on ammunition, and say the prayers to your favorite deity, because we are getting in the boarding pods. And here is your melee weapon to use up and close in the enemy's face. Alright, let's go to the credits. Bonk. I need a sound effect for that. Good, that's what I like to hear. Enthusiastic raiders. Alright, the background credits, or background music credits are here. And while I am running out of time, let me thank the kind folks who raided and followed me recently. Shady Guy, thank you for joining the flotilla. Megbert, oh, Megbert followed. Thank you, Megbert. And Megbert, if you see the VOD or if anyone is her fan, thank you for the raid. Oh, Picky followed recently. Thank you, Picky, for joining the flotilla. Egg, thank you for the raid. Much appreciated, as always. Let's see. Oh, Mythodox raided us, too. Thank you very much. Oh, this is going to be quite a long thank you tweet. And we had some other folks, False Jukes and The Stages followed a few hours ago. All right, here comes the raid. Have a great night, everyone. Fly safe, and keep your propellant topped up. Good luck out there.